Yo, 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 what's going on, people? Mic check, mic check. Trucker Hat Hollow with the $5 super chat. Each day we get closer to the hat, Lord Addict. Tips, Trucker Hat. Please use the CB radio Twitter to announce when you'll be wearing it. Yo, he on you.
I got surprises for you guys.
Yo, let us know how the audio sound. We got Dami in the building. You know what I'm saying? We chilling right now. We doing a mic check, waiting for King to come in, but I'm gonna have to mute because you know he gonna break copyright strike because he gonna come in with some Raekwon beats or something. He gonna come in with some beat that's gonna copyright strike us. But just wanna make sure y'all can hear us good. Just let us know in the chat. The levels is good. The levels is good. Let us know. Good morning, Big Keith. So it's like Ice Queen Gaming. What's going on? Talus, DeFloyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Sounds
Can
great.
you hear me fine?
Yeah, Chuck said, yeah. Can you hear Addict? Can you hear Don? Don, give him some bars, Don. Give him some bars off the top.
Bars.
Did you hear the bars? Did you hear those? That's what we need to know.
Hear these.
All right, my Mike said we good. Vogel Street said we good. Brandon Bryce, salute. So it looks like y'all can hear everybody except me.
Bars.
No
the
doubt.
PS Vita has never had any video games. Bars.
Oh, easy. Can't have these wicked good games, loose dudes.
It's not really wrong.
Yo, savage. Anyway, we will see y'all in a bit. We just waiting on Saul, waiting on King, we waiting on
Better
the
mute
doctor.
that. He about to pop in here.
Yeah,
in
he
a
about
minute.
to come. So let me mute quick before we lose his copyright monetization. Oh man! All right, and we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast and the LordsOfGaming.net, episode number 160. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm very excited about our special guest, and we've got PS5 June 4th games reveal, Xbox Series X compatibility news, and Last of Us 2 to discuss. So we gonna get right into it. I want to introduce three lords, even though two are present, who in addition to being our Bostonian brethren from the north, has always been an absolute pleasure to chop it up with at each and every PAX East event. Not only do these three lords consistently raise the bar for creativity and what it means to be gaming media, they always find a way to have some fun with a little bit of degenerate journalism. Introducing first, my fellow IT brethren and the cleanest esports shoutcaster in the game, Lord Saab's invisible counterpart, who constantly reminds us why Tom Nook is a straight crook. And introducing second, everyone's favorite doctor, and Lord King's official Caucasian doppelganger, the editor-in-chief of Wicked, and our very own Heimdall, holding the key to second floor alcoholic beverages everywhere. And last, but certainly not least, the final part of the Wicked Yet Holy Trinity. One of the best off-the-top intro hosts and spitters in the game. Fellow Switch Gang bro, and super producer of Spotify's #1 gaming podcast. Live from the state of Massachusetts, and for the first time, making their multiverse debut into the realm of the Lords. My fam, Lords Chris P, Dr. Bob, and Uncle Dommy of Wicked Good Gaming. How my bros doing?
Wow.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Unbelievable.
He be out there spitting, don't he?
Bars.
He's spitting bars.
Woo. Let's get it. How my boys doing, man? Shout out to Chris. Rest in peace.
Oh, wow. No.
R.I.P. Shout out.
Please, nah, please.
It's like we're about to take a battlefield right now.
I know. I'm ready to go to
Don't
war.
worry. Bayonets is up.
That's right. I'm ready for war right now.
Nah, peace and unity, man. We know what's going on in the world.
Oh,
We gotta have some fun, man. Oh man, the chat ready. Oh man, they got Smitty's up in there. Who get these super chats for me, Saul?
Smitty Smith with the $10 super chat. Salutations, Lords of Gaming, for neck. ILP KOS, the last word in chat.
Salute,
my man,
that
Smitty
energy,
Smith.
man. Salute, Smitty Smith. We got it.
Hey, Smith.
Yeah, believe.
I got a question for you,
Oh, wait,
Smith.
hold up. I'm messing.
Yeah.
Can you
That can go.
can you
What's up?
correctly guess the next statue that I'm pre-ordering today?
Oh, okay.
If you can do that, Smitty Smith, I got a T-shirt with your name on it.
All right.
Now,
Let's
okay,
get-
now,
let's
and you
get
got to
ways.
and listen. You gotta say this is just for Smith because he's been
he
some
be in
on
his
Crest.
bag.
He on the Creskin. You just got to tell me the name of the character. You ain't got to guess the complete statue. Just the name of the character.
Okay.
But I think he needs some form of hint there.
Nope, he's not getting none of that.
He ain't getting that.
He's not getting none of
You
that.
you gotta guess a character from all the Marvel universe. It could be anything.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. He guessed the character straight out the sky.
Smitty Smith is a lord. He is not a future teller, man.
Yeah, I don't know. He read my mind pretty fine.
Cat Daddy said Jubilee, but enough of that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into the game. But yo, first of all, how my bros doing? Oh, we got another one, song?
We got one more. Yeah, actually, apologies to Trucker Hat Hollow. He actually had the first. He actually had the first super chat of the day with the $5 super chat. Each day we get closer to the hat. Lord Addict tips Trucker Hat. Please use the CB radio, i.e. Twitter, to announce that you'll be wearing it. Who did that for you?
Hey, he back. You love to see it. Lord Semi-Trucker Hat. Yo, they want. Yo, how many likes we got to get for Addict to get the trucker hat? How many?
It's 400. It was 400.
Okay.
And then we have Trucker Hat back with the $2 super chat. You love to see it, Lord Semi-Trucker Hat acting.
You out of control.
Oh my god.
They're out of control. But what's going on, Dom? What's going on? Look, man, it's been a while since. It feels like eons, man, since we've been at.
It does, man. This has been a long year. It's been a long year, and like it feels like PAX East was like 2 years like away.
Yeah.
It feels like it was 2 years ago. It was all good just a week ago.
It was all good. You know what I'm saying?
It was all good. I mean, not even. It really wasn't even good last week either. But like, it was all good like 3 months ago, and now everything, But no, it was good. It's great to see you guys. It's great to be focusing on the good out here, and it's great to see you guys again. It's always a pleasure and an honor to link up. So real happy to be back, and I'm feeling good now. I was like halfway through my coffee, and I was like, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. I'm like, the juices are flowing, and then the intro hits. I'm about to throw this out the window. I don't even need it anymore. I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. I'm ready for whatever.
That's what's up. What you been playing, sir?
So I've been playing. I actually just reinstalled Destiny 2 today. I know you guys want to hear that. Just reinstalled Destiny 2. I basically don't know my ass from my elbow anymore with that game. I reinstalled it after like 6 months off, and I don't even know what to do. So
I had to tell you, like, yo, go to the UI, look at the quest. They change everything, man. Yeah, they change everything.
What am I supposed to do? Yeah. So I reinstalled that. I've been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, Game of the Year 2020. It's out here.
Switch gang coming in hot.
Switch gang. Hot. And I've also been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena. So I used to be a big Hearthstone guy. Hearthstone got a little too much for me, but recently got into some MTG Arena, so I've been playing that a lot. We actually just got up my first gameplay compilation on our YouTube page of me not being very great at that game, but so I'm learning how to play it. Everybody's been like, Dom, you're like one of the biggest nerds I know. How do you not know how to play Magic? But now I know, kind of. So everybody can get off my back and go watch the video.
Salute, Dr. Ball. What's going on, brother? What you been playing, man?
What's up, man? It's been again, like Dom was saying, it has been a long time since we last met.
Yes. Yeah, it feels like eons, bro.
In reality, it's been legitimately 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I decided I wanted to have myself a little sundae, mix myself a little mimosa.
Ooh, we got the mimosas on deck. Royal beverages. Continue.
Nothing fancy about it either. I needed a nice water bottle. Gonna fill it up 2 to 3 more times. But,
it's gonna be that type of show. I see.
Today's gonna be. It's been a long work week. I need to take the edge off a little bit today.
I feel you, brother. Good to have you, man. Long overdue.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think. What did I play? What the hell did I play this week? I played Maneater. I played. I streamed through that. I got to get a review up this week. I've been playing a bunch of Dead by Daylight, and then I tried out this horror anthology collection. That they're raising money for, Doctors Without Borders. It's called the Dread X Collection.
Okay.
It's a bunch of indie horror games all created in like a week. And then I think a third of all the money being raised for it is going to Doctors Without Borders. It's super interesting, but like the infrastructure inside of the game is poorly optimized. So like you click on a game and it takes you out of the window into another window. Oh man.
Shout out to the dev team.
I crashed my stream twice last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get into bed, I think. I'll pick this up another day.
No doubt. Shout out to Mocha Smiley. Love the MA accents. A lot of Massachusetts love. They feeling it. They feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. Saul, you want to get a super chat before we get into the Lords?
Yes, sir. We got Cat Daddy Look with the $2 super chat. King getting that Jim Ryan statue fire.
That's the one with him doing them dance moves?
Yeah. I don't know. You might be dancing to a different tune next week. I don't know.
Easy. Say we got time to play it. Easy.
And we got Smitty Smith with the $2 super chat. Lord King, Kitty Pride.
Ooh.
You lose.
You got the ill street blues. Oh, shout out to CB Gray on Twitch, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? My brother CB Gray, that's what's up.
See, Lord Smitty, this is another classic example of King stacking the cards in his favor. I'm gonna make you guess a random person from probably 500 to 1,000 people, and I ain't gonna even give you a hint.
So you can get the knees.
Yeah.
And then, not to mention, it might not even be from comic books.
Oh, man. I had to go out of control right now. Dropping
that's
balls.
all I collect is comic book characters. So
I don't know, man. I don't know you.
That narrows it down a little bit.
That narrows it down.
You said Smitty, man. It could be a Master Chief one.
He can't even get Marvel or DC.
no, he already guessed. It's over.
Oh, I'm done.
It's over.
And
it's over.
you already know we got the 4 horsemen of gaming. Those original lords of the realm here at the round table. My brother of another mother, my co-host with the co-most, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of Reviews, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how we doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. You know, what's funny is I think the only time that I play Destiny now is during the podcast.
Oh my God! Wow. Salute to concentration. Salute to multitasking and not focusing. Salute.
Look, man, I always have. I'm the multitasking king. Okay, like you can't get nothing by me.
Oh
the only time I go 100% into Destiny is if you're talking about some Nintendo Switch stuff or something like that. Well, that's the only time, man, because ain't nobody trying to hear that.
So besides Destiny Live on the podcast, what have you been playing, sir?
I've been playing some Final Fantasy 14. Okay. I have been working. I think that's pretty much. I ain't really played a whole lot of games this week, to be honest with you. But I did, finish up some of the little Vanguard missions on Tactics. I did finish some of those up. Those are ridiculous.
That's what's up. Yeah, I heard about that, man. So salute. Oh, shout out to Boss Moves in the building. He's like, what's up, ILP, JB Genesis? He said, hey, Final Fantasy. He about that, you know what I'm saying? So that's been pretty much it, sir?
Yeah, that's about it.
No doubt. And of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single-player selfish experience, and also the Sastradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patreon of the Iron Bank. My man, Lord Sovereign, how we doing, sir?
What's good? What's going on? As you can see, I'm under the table today. I'm looking like the unshaven. I was like, last night I was like, should I shave?
Nah, you good. Boy, Denzel time. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give them what they. We gotta give the people what they want. You know what I'm saying?
You keep that up for a couple weeks, so you have people super chatting your nicknames and stuff. So.
Welcome to Jotunheim.
Oh, man. Hold on. I gotta send some love to my last word and some Destiny brethren. First of all, salute to Mr. Aries in the chat. That's my bro. So you still got to take me to the lighthouse, sir. But I'm not gonna let you off the hook off that. But on Stadia, I'm waiting.
No, you can. You can take me too.
We wouldn't be in that backpack for that lighthouse gear. But now salute to my bro.
The only thing I want to do that whole time he's carrying us is just doing emotes over and over.
You're ridiculous. Yo, salute to my bro CB Gray from Destiny, man. Huge. Like, that's the young GOAT right there. That's my dude. Salute, man. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in the chat. So love on that. But yeah, back to Sov, man. What's going on? What you been playing?
Chilling. Oh, before I get into what I've been playing, so we had a little bit of UFC last night.
Yes, sir.
UFC Fight Night. So the Chosen One made his return.
So now we call people the Chosen One.
to the Octagon. And it seems that God is not with this.
God is not with this.
God is not with this.
He wasn't with T. What?
I don't know what he got chosen for, but
he got chosen for the smiting.
For the smiting. Yeah, Tyron Woodley came back. He was just not, like Cog mentioned earlier to me before the podcast started. He's 38 years old. Like he's not a spring chicken. He's not a young man. He's been through a lot of wars. And I just don't think, you get to a certain point, any fighter, he's still a young man, but he can be an old fighter.
QW called him the Frozen One. I'm dead.
When it comes to him, and when he's off in the octagon, he freezes. Like he just doesn't. He doesn't let
pull the trigger.
Go.
Yep, he doesn't pull the trigger. Yeah.
Same thing that happened with Usman. Like it basically looked the same. Yeah. Gilbert Burns, up and coming, young Brazilian fighter. This dude is a beast. But Ty, honestly, going in, I was like, all right, let's see where Tyron's headspace is where he comes into the fight, and he was just not there, man. Like he's just not.
Maybe too much rap music.
You trying to say he in the studio to fight?
He's trying to drop them freestyle bars.
I remember I saw his debut fight in UFC, and he like destroyed the other dude. I don't even remember who he was fighting.
He's capable of that, but for whatever reason, man, he's just either physically, mentally, he's not there, and that's exactly what happens to him. He freezes, he doesn't let his hands go, and he just looks outclassed.
Yeah.
So you know what I can say, right, Azov? I suggest Chosen One get back on them drugs again. Listen, they only testing for the T virus. So when they tested for that, right, they ain't worried about it.
Chest wasn't looking right like it usually does.
Slide everything else past them. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, y'all savage, man. How y'all gonna do that to the boy? Well, you got Tazawichi in there, so.
Oh, we got Tazawichi here.
Wait, someone did a sticker above him though.
Yeah, we got
CB. We got Tazawichi with $10 super chat. Salute to the lords and guests, even the corrupted one.
That's me.
Later, like the UFC last night, I forgot about what happened to T Wood. What happened to T Wood? The title of the movie. What happened to T Wood? Keontae Harris with the $2 super chat. R.I.P. George Floyd.
That's a fact. Rest in peace.
Absolutely.
We're calling for peace.
There's a lot of real things going on in the world, and really, man, it's just that simple. Peace. That's really what it is.
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
To get into quickly what I'm playing, and you know what I'm playing. I'm down that AC Odyssey rabbit hole.
Single player selfish experience games.
Totally selfish.
Yes.
So
what level are you?
I'm level 70.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm level 70, and I'm pretty much through the story part of the Legacy of the First Blade DLC. So I have a few side little missions that are part of the Legacy of the First Blade that I haven't finished yet, but the main story arc I've finished. And it's interesting. It adds to Cassandra's story, or whatever, the main character story in a way. And
I must say thank you.
Yeah, no. But
she ain't the main character in my joint.
Oh my god!
Look, all I have to say is
proper main character.
All I have to say, if you didn't play as Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, did you even play Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
I guess I'm not playing. I guess my 100 hours in don't count.
I mean, it's debatable.
It's debatable.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You know the reason why I call Cassandra a fraud. Because literally you have the armor of Achilles. Achilles was never a woman, so me rocking the armor of Achilles.
God. We going there.
We here at the Iron Lords.
I'm sorry. Listen, am I not stating a cultural fact, a serious fact from the Greek mythology? Stop it.
I mean, you could never survive a 1,000-foot drop either, in real life. We ain't going there either.
That is true.
I couldn't teleport with a staff either, but we ain't going there either.
I mean, you can't really dive bomb off a building and land in a pile of hay just fine.
Yo, Delilah said, "Here we go. Get the disclaimer ready." She said, "Get the
right? I can say this, right? So when you put on the armor of Agamemnon, is it anatomically correct?
Daddy said, so you call her a cross-dresser? Oh my god!
So I think y'all should stop with this equality stuff. And literally, when you made that game, I understand. Stop it. Listen, no. I'm saying this because
peace. We just promoted peace. He killing the sponsorship.
No. Listen, I'm fighting for the character that y'all keep on throwing in the bushes.
Okay, so I see you.
Y'all talk about this.
He is
just
the
throw
worst.
my character in the bushes. No, I'm tired of it.
So what's your man name? What's your man name that's not Cassandra? What's your man name?
Demos. I know why
he said Demos.
Listen to that sound, Demos. Who wants to play some dude named Demos?
His name is not Demos, man.
His name is Demos. They call him Demos.
No, her name is Demos. No, her name is Demos. He's doing Demos.
Shout out to Portia Powell. He said, "What the hell did I walk in
Cassandra
here?"
is the VIP. Demos is like that generic character that's in C-rated movies.
Oh, Cog. Demos is the name they give them, right? If you're not using them, right? So if you use Cassandra, her name is not Demos. Alexios' name is Demos, right? Now if you're using Alexios, her name is Demos. So in my game, she's Debo. She's actually out there Deboing people. That's what Debo.
Okay, fair
King
enough.
just mad because she beat him a few times. Let's be real.
She beat me a lot.
Let's stay focused. Solve.
Yeah, so I got through that. I'm anxious to finish up mop up what I have, so I can get into that Atlantis DLC because I heard that the architecture, like the things you see are vastly different to what you see in the main game. So I'm excited to see that.
No doubt. That's been it, pretty much.
Pretty much it. That's it.
No doubt. Shout out to Forsetti on Twitch. You already know. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports, king of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how are we doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. And for Smitty Smith, let's hit it. Turn the beat around.
Let me see Colossus. Let's go.
Boy, if you haven't seen KOS, please go see KOS in true 4K 60 frames per second, unlike the next gen console that we know.
Wow. Get it.
Wait a second. Are we already doing this?
Yeah.
Now?
Keep your gun cocked. Keep your gun cocked, Bob. I know.
Just out of curiosity, did you guys not know what show you joined?
Hey, Bob.
Oh, boy.
That's you.
Oh, my God. Continue, King.
All right, so let me see what I was playing this week. Let's get into this. All right, so let me pull out my Game Pass app.
Oh my God, let's go straight into it. Let's go straight into our advertisement section.
King, get Smitty Smith. That's for you. That's for you.
Turn the beat around, Smitty Smith with the $2 super chat. That's my man. Trust me, man. Our playful banter is because he be in there. All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. See, I don't know if that says a bad thing about it, but yeah, I beat Minecraft Dungeons this week.
Oh yeah,
I know all about Minecraft Dungeons.
All about Minecraft.
Read that one out of there.
Yeah.
So we got a $2 super chat from Gaming Forte. Say it with me, everyone. Minecraft Dungeons.
Salute Forte, bro.
I played with Tim Dog, Gaming Forte, and Attic in Minecraft Dungeons. Now, salute to them for dragging me into something I ain't have all my faculties straight.
What's funny is that literally the moment he joined the game, an Enderman showed up. Like literally the moment he joined.
I'm not joining, a boss showed up. I'm not even level 1. I'm getting the breaks off.
We killed the Enderman. He leveled up 3 times.
That's allowed. We missed Squirrely Dan real quick. He said the UFC should implement age brackets. Damn.
Yeah.
T. Woodslander. Continue.
Well, if they do that, it's called Bellator.
Moving on.
All right, so I was playing Minecraft Dungeons, definitely. Also went back and back at Pat Alan Wake.
Oh,
man.
Okay.
That game is so hot, and the fact that it seamlessly, allows you to play the game, and when you're playing on the X, the way it up-reses and does everything flawlessly, it's amazing. It's amazing. Also, I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay.
I'm 110 hours in. I'm level 75.
Damn.
You talk about me.
Listen, I'm not even. No. I'm not even close to finishing the game. To be honest with you, I was shout out to L Boogie because she picked up the game. I think it was last week or something like that for like $25 and got all the DLC and stuff. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to each island and I'm going to all the question marks. I'm clearing out the island, not doing no bounties, just killing up everything that I can kill because I'm just an animal right now. And I'm wearing the armor of Achilles every day. I watch Rome. Veni Vidi Vici. You understand? I gave my soul and I conquered. So I'm just going all through it, and I'm just living in the lore of Greek mythology. I found a couple of other places that I didn't know existed. This might be. I thought Origins, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
Oh, wait. We talking. We doing GOAT talk? Are we?
I think this is the game of our generation, and I'm only gonna say this reason why.
Okay.
The level of the openness in the world, the fact that you can transverse over sea, land, and you can't, air basic when you're jumping, inside and outside, inside caves, outside caves, talk to NPCs wherever, however, interact with everyone on every different level. You can scale damn near everything in the game. So when you was lauding that in Zelda, talking about
here go to Switzerland.
I can do no. That's not slander. They took it and they modified it and did it better. Right? I'm just saying, like, we really have to take a critical eye to this game because it's beautiful from an S to an X, and I really am in love with this game.
We have our S representative on Addict. Do you agree with
what game? Like
Odyssey. Odyssey.
Odyssey is literally like. I have a very high opinion on RPGs.
Yeah.
And I would say Odyssey's on Skyrim levels.
Oh, I gotta give the. We're talking GOAT talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my all-time favorite game is Odyssey.
Wow.
I tell you that.
Is Skyrim.
Okay. I do like I like to clear out the map in every game.
No, I don't.
AC games, especially AC games, and this one was difficult for me. I was doing what King was doing.
It's too big,
and then I fell off. Like I said, no, I can't, because the thing is, that's my one gripe with the game is that those missions do become repetitive, because it does become like infiltrate this base, kill this,
kill everybody.
That part gets repetitive. Now the landscapes change. Like I would not expect the game this big to have landscapes that look so different and varied. But they do.
You'll go from like a countryside to a swamp to
so nice diversity
area to a mountainside. It's very diverse.
The biggest thing I have an issue with the game is they low key tried to get you to buy double XP stuff, because they fluffed the XP. People can say what they want. They fluffed that XP. And the only reason that I know they fluffed that XP is because they gave you the option to buy an XP booster.
There's been times it's taken me an entire day's worth of gameplay to jump one level. Literally like 6-7 hours to just jump one level.
Wow, that's crazy. So that's been it. It's been all.
Also, I would like to bend the knee to you guys with this Switch.
We bending the knee already? What we doing?
No, I gotta bend the knee. I gotta bend the knee for the Switch.
Okay,
I had a friend of mine was like, "Yo, I need to get a Switch." Yo, they got it on eBay for $500. I think I might do it.
Okay.
So I'm like, $500.
Man, I got one. What's up?
You try to eat off the sale. Continue.
I said, why the hell would you do that?
Yeah.
Literally said,
what's up?
For Animal Crossing. I said, what?
Wow.
I said, you gonna pay $500 just for one game?
Dumb as wig.
Yes. And listen, the next thing out her mouth was, Mario is the greatest game ever made.
Oh, okay.
I said, what?
I don't know about all that. Your friend had me till he said that.
Yeah, no, it's a she. Yeah. But I said, okay, I'm trying to process it. I said, they did open up the factory, and the game, the systems will be available soon. Just go on Nintendo Direct and try to get a refurbish.
Yeah.
But the level of thirst, to acquire this, because they said, "Oh, a store got it." I'm like, yo, what is going on? And the fever for this system is completely different than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's different energy. Then you couple that with the pandemic and people home and stuff like that. I've been seeing it. I have been seeing it.
I don't even know how the hell it's doing this. I don't know.
Shout out to Smitty Smith. He's like, salute to the Oracle, aka Lord Attic. I think he's on to something with AC Odyssey. Okay, all right.
God, crazy.
There's some Odyssey love, man. That's what's up, man. So that's been pretty much it, right?
You know what a lot of people try to say, I've noticed, is that a lot of people try to go with this narrative that only Xbox people like Odyssey. I've seen this a bunch of times, because
that's because PlayStation guys have God of War, the superior game.
Oh, he shot his shot.
You mean the game that you go inside a room and then you gotta wait?
To be honest with you, man, I love God of War, but I think I enjoy Assassin's Creed Odyssey more.
Wait, you literally mean the room that you gotta go in and fight the 3 enemies that's inside the You talking about that game?
Oh, Lord,
are you talking about the time where you fight the same boss and the same side
boss? Bob, stand on your square.
That one. I'm talking about that one. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, man. Maybe we were talking about different God of Wars. That's why we had to double check with them.
Yeah, we could talk about the original trilogy too.
Okay, but we can't
wait.
The
original.
Y'all starting already. Anyway,
can we play the original on the floor?
Oh my God.
No, you couldn't actually. Good. No, PlayStation. That was all PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2.
You can play the third one on the floor.
Right? Play it back in 720i.
720i.
Look, man, all I know is the first 30 minutes. I love God of War 18. It was one of my favorite games this gen, but the first 30 minutes of God of War 3 is better than the entire game of 2018.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but if you play it on a regular PlayStation, you're gonna catch cataracts.
Anyway.
But that doesn't mean both of them are amazing games. I like the atmosphere that 3 had. I don't think there's ever been a game to ever quite capture that atmosphere.
This man
Yeah.
720.
But the best thing about the last God of War is boy.
Yeah. Anyway, and of course we have the game.
I gotta look at the chat after that statement.
Yeah, that was funny. The Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Shout out to Phil Dominant Spencer, who also finished Gears Tactics like myself this week. Gears Tactics absolutely spectacular.
Yo, this boss damaged Cognito so bad that he is keeping up to date with other people that beat this boss with.
I go front that boss Shang Tsung me for a little bit, snatched my soul for a little bit.
Gears Tactics was good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I want to play it. I really want to play it.
Bro, if you like turn-based strategy for a first entry into the series, the gameplay mechanics, very unique. They also have, like, it's overwhelming odds all the time, but they got this execution mechanic that allows you to go again to kind of change the odds. You know, I've already ad nauseum said how I feel about the side missions. I ain't gonna go into the side missions, need a little work. You know what I'm saying? But as far as production value and story, you got, you know, Kate's dad back in the day. Wow, the whole joint with the cog and the gears. You getting narrative pieces. You learning stuff. Really, really good. Can't wait for my console brothers to get it. It's super lit. So
I didn't.
You got Game Pass Ultimate?
Yes. Oh, Dom. You mean Dom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I do. Yeah.
Okay, good. You know.
Oh, I'm paying $1 for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Who did that for you?
Is Gears Tactics like XCOM, where if someone dies, you just lose your party member?
They can't be a named character. Like when you look at the roster, they'll have named characters and non-named characters. The named characters, if they die, it's a wrap. Like it's game over.
Before the mission start, they'll tell you these specific ones to the story cannot die. So if they die, the mission's over, right? But you also could recruit fellow Gears and you training them. That's part of the story.
And if they die, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So you have Carmine A through Z just like lining up left and right.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. You got a whole bunch of Carmines on deck.
You know what? They didn't do that, but they should have done that. Just name them on
Carmine. They should have been called. Shout out to Cat Daddy. You playing it on the hardest difficulty, bro? You wildin'. Put that difficulty down, bro. I'm telling you right now. You
said I had to take a 2-week break.
It's frustrating, but I will say they got the best boss mechanics of any turn-based shooter, turn-based game I've ever seen, including XCOM.
I can't wait to play it.
I still think the Chosen are better.
I think the Chosen are better for their unique abilities. And the fact they can get crazy at any time and they can pop up or they can really roll up on you, you know what I'm saying? But I think the epicness of the boss fights in like the Brumac, the other bro, it's crazy in Tactics.
Look, man,
because they got mechanics.
But
Tactics got mechanics though. They got mechanics, bro. That's
Okay. We're not talking about that.
Because it's gonna be another.
We ain't going into the boss mechanics. Just to shoot him in the front so he turns around. Then everybody shoot him in the back. That's literally the entire fight.
But it's hot. It's fire, man. I'm telling you. But that's just me. Anyways, but salute to that. I've been doing that. Shout out to that Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath DLC.
Oh, I saw you playing that.
Woo! Fire, hot fire, crazy story implications. I would say it's about, you got like a good, 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, direct continuation right after the story. Oh man, it's crazy, man.
I actually haven't finished 11 yet. I really want to.
Got to finish 11. The implications there, yeah. It's crazy.
I want to play it for RoboCop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out to RoboCop. You get your RoboCop versus Terminator on. You know what I'm saying? So that jet is fire. I was doing that, and so I think that was it. Oh, and I actually started off. Salva be proud. I started my single player selfish Last of Us replay. Yeah. So I'm getting ready, doing part 1. What's up?
Did you never play it the first time?
No, I did, but you know what's funny? I played it in 4K. And it is such a difference in 1080p 60. Like, I was like, what was I doing? Why was I not doing performance mode on the Pro? Like, what was wrong?
Yeah, that's what it's made for.
Yeah. Now, the cinematics seem to be in 60 frames as well, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It looks like it's a way more fluid game at 60. Yeah. So shout out to that, man. But that's been pretty much it for me. Shout out to Show One, $2 super chat. ILP goes and get real industry peeps, not sources. Oh, salute, brother. Much appreciated. You already know. So now that we got into what the Lords have been playing, and Uncle Dami has already been given the royal treatment before. Please check ILP 108 when he came in, dropped bars on his tremendous gaming history. And of course, we don't have our boy Chris, but we got the doctor in the building, Dr. Bob. So I want to talk about his video game system history, his journey as a content creator, and what led him to becoming the co-founder and editor-in-chief of Wicked Good Games. So Dr. Bob, let's start from the very beginning, man. What were some of the first video game systems you had, and what got you into gaming?
Jeez, what a question! Oh my God. Let's see. I think the first time I ever picked up a controller was an SNES. I think my cousins had it. And then the first console I ever owned was an N64. And that was like the memory creator, because I have two older sisters and we would be playing till like 3 o'clock in the morning every night.
Ooh, give me them games, which I was rocking.
There was a lot of banjo, a lot of Zelda.
Attic is a brother for life. You look how perked up Attic is.
You
right
know
now.
what? Well, you know what's
He's saying, "Oh, this is my generation." He's like, "I like these dudes.
You know what's
they ain't
funny?
talking about no old
I
system."
remember because the N64 was like, I played, like, my dad and stuff had the Super Nintendo, but like I never owned it because it was always his, unfortunately. But like he bought me an N64 when I was like 8 or 9 or something like that. He bought me Glover and Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and I didn't understand. Like,
Shout out to Glover though.
Glover's not that bad of a game, honestly.
Shout out to Glover.
And you know what's funny? To this day, I've never beat Glover.
Wow.
Gex.
They were supposed to. They're supposed to be making a sequel.
That's
I want a sequel to Jet Force Gemini. God damn it!
Oh my God, that arguably one of the most underrated games ever made.
Microsoft owns that now.
So continue.
You hear me? You hear me, Phil? Phil, you listening?
Shout out to Phil Dominus.
So when that happens, you know, we're gonna have to get a public Twitter announcement. Who did that for you?
Exactly.
Well,
100%.
what you have to do, if you have to address him by his real name, that's Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, soon to be Aurelius. So,
You know,
that's his AC
you say the soon to be Aurelius so much. Like, what are you gonna do after he's called Aurelius?
that's it. That's when he done conquered.
That's when it's over.
He came and he saw, but he's gonna get that last name when he conquers. It's gonna happen.
Anyway, back to the doctor. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Bob? So like, what? So again, you 64, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what else we went in from there as your start?
So I would always end up with a PlayStation console. My other sister would end up with a Nintendo console, and then my other sister would end up with like the original Xbox. And that's what we had growing up. That was like the chain going up. Every console generation, one of us would get one of them. So we basically all had access to it. And then they got super old. They moved out. And then super old. So everything just came my way at that point.
All right. That's what's up.
Went into the Xbox 360, got the Red Ring of Death like 4 times.
Oh damn.
So that was enjoyable.
Damn.
You know what I have to say that I have to say that when it comes to, you know, the whole standpoint of the 360, think how bad this console had people. This thing was breaking down, and instead of buying the competition,
people go back.
I gotta go back out and buy them.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Real quick,
So,
Attic, I mean, before you go ahead, Bob, I'm getting right back to you. We gotta pay the bills real quick. Attic, this is for you. You got to get that, man. Patrick Morgan.
We got a $60 super chat. Addict, I'm gonna need you to take this money and go buy God of War 2018. Put it on the hardest difficulty and try again. League's better than Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation, Patrick Morgan.
Look,
thank you so much.
I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, just because you beat something where literally all that difficulties, let's just, instead of taking something to hit him 3 times to kill him, we're gonna make you hit him 50. And I don't agree with that kind of difficulty, but you know, it definitely
just for you though.
I mean, it's cool. It's just for me, but I ain't gonna do it. No, I don't want none of that. That give me God of War smoke. None of that. Like, it's so bad. Like they trying to get Kid Smooth to do that. Like, no doubt. I ain't doing that. God of War was a great experience on normal. I don't want to give me God of War smoke. You guys can cap that, put that on Twitter. You can take a picture of that. This is my. I don't want that God of War. Give me God of War smoke.
No doubt. All right, thank you. Let's get focused now. Back to the.
You're the one that wanted me to read it. It ain't my fault. I blame you.
Anyway, back to
shake my head off of that.
You were saying, sir. 360. We talking red rings.
Yeah. So like you were saying, it's crazy how nobody wanted to just get a different console.
Right.
But on the third time I got the red ring, I said, you know what? Maybe I'm going to try out a PlayStation 3. And I did. And the only game I played at the time was Resistance 2.
Wow.
Like I'm legitimately, I think I played through a couple of the Ratchet and Clank games and then just Resistance 2. And then they shipped me back a new Xbox 360. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go play COD again.
Woo!
And that's it.
Modern Warfare box. Salute.
I feel like right there we should just cut the mic.
Nah, let him rock. Let him get his bars on. Yo, listen, we cannot discount the power of Call of Duty during them 360 days.
Don't tell me I can what I can and cannot do.
Look, man, these are the high school days. These are the high school days. You know, this is all I got.
Talk to
him. All I'm gonna say is about the red ring, real quick. Is I feel like, especially for people in like our age bracket, you have like your coming of age has like it's a part of it. So the coming of age story of American men
here,
like ourselves, you know, you learn your birds and the bees. You know, you have your first kiss. You put your hand on it. You learn how to like grip a football and throw a spiral. And you learn how to wrap your Xbox 360
and ship
towels.
It back to my Yo, that's a fact.
Those are the three pillars.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Pillars of modern manhood right there.
Yes. Yo, everybody knew about the program. You got to get your serial number. They sent you the box. You had to wait. It was a process. It was a process. We
People
lived
have asked me so many times. People have been like, for like my friends that game, they asked me like, how long, like, you know, because I just got married last year. Somebody's like, you know, how long you been with your girl for? And I was like, she remembers when I had to wrap my Xbox 360 in towels. That's how long we've been together. That's how long.
No doubt. So basically, so when you got the 360 back, you kind of went back to COD and all that good stuff, whatever. No doubt. And then from there, started the next generation. At that point, you just started picking up everything, every system that came out. Was there was there ever PC gaming for you or no?
Yeah. So when I was growing up, I was big into FPS on PC.
Okay.
FPS, MMOs, RuneScape particularly.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, it was. On the weekend.
All right. You said RuneScape. We definitely we approve of this game.
I mentioned COD. All right, kick him out. RuneScape, bring him back.
All has been forgiven.
Get him back. Here we go.
Continue.
But yeah, it was like a weekend. On the weekends, I was always playing like RuneScape, or I was playing Counter-Strike and Counter-Strike Source 1.6. But then during the week after school, everybody would go home from school and we'd be playing Xbox together 90% of the time.
That's
from Xbox 360 going into the next console, I got an Xbox One. I played it for, I'm going to say 6 months. And at that point, I just said, you know what? I'm going to upgrade. I bought a PC. I bought a gaming PC. And that's what I've been doing since. And then from there, I haven't touched my Xbox since.
So it's been PlayStation. So you gotta continue.
I bought a PlayStation 4 instead because there's so many incredible exclusive games on PlayStation. Here's me vouching again.
Let's go.
There's so many incredible exclusive games on PlayStation that you can't play anywhere else. So I had to buy one for one Black Friday. It was like $200. I got Spider-Man, God of War, and Bloodborne.
Literally the only 3 games.
Oh my God! Quite literally, there's other good games on the platform.
But that's the thing; those are console-selling games.
You know, Knack 2 is revolutionary, King.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. He had to wait for that Black Friday deal because he was not gonna spend more than that $200.
No,
that's a fact.
I didn't need it that bad. I didn't need it that.
I mean, considering King that you say you won't buy any other game that's not on Game Pass, can you really say anything?
No, I cannot. And you know, and I applaud him. And remember, that is my 413.
I feel like at this point, man, where we are, man, I feel like 200 might have been a little bit too much he spent.
No.
Real quick.
No, it wasn't too much. That's a right price for a PlayStation. $200 with all the games for free. Yes.
That's the right place.
All 3 of the games for free. All 3 of the games.
Yo, shout out to Smitty Smith for being messy. $5. He said, shout out to the UPS store for all his 360 shipping needs.
You know how much? Like, if you think about it, UPS was made because they're like, yo, Microsoft messed up, and now we get all this free business for no reason.
Yo, listen, don't lie though. They got that console back to you so fast. Literally, it was a week later. I got my joint.
They said that that a lot of that funding, that $1 billion funding to save the 360, was for like 2-day shipping. So
Continue, Bob. So at that point, it's those exclusive, no Horizon Zero Dawn. That's what a Rocket 505 is asking.
I haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn yet. The massive open world games, like you guys are just going on about Assassin's Creed. I can't play those games.
I'm the same as
because I would literally have to go to every single question mark on every single island, to every single location to do
that. Just seems like that just seems like you might need to like have that looked at. Is that like an OCD stuff going on?
No, I feel the same way.
I've had this problem for a very long time. This is a clinically prescribed or a clinically evaluated issue.
It's like severe OCD when it comes to stuff like that. Like I tried playing The Witcher this year. I maybe got halfway through that game and I did everything, and I had to put it away. I couldn't do it. But yeah, I haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn. I know people in our community have asked me, they're like, "You got a PlayStation? How have you not played Horizon Zero Dawn yet?" Because I would have to dedicate 3 months of my life to just this game, and I don't know if I can do that.
Rob, have you ever taken NyQuil? If you ever taken NyQuil, that is the equivalent of playing that game.
The slander. Jesus.
Us here at the Iron Lords podcast, we completely support this message.
That's you.
I reflect the opinion of my employer.
I actually didn't mind Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's what's up.
No, I thought the story was great, but after a while, like I don't know. People get excited over like robotic dinosaurs, but I was like, all right, whatever. Like, and then fighting them after a while isn't that fun. And then the human enemies aren't great.
Every 5 seconds there's a cut scene.
The story though is great.
And you sitting there waiting for the cutscene to go past, you just wake up like.
Anyway. So, what about that Last of Us? Did that grab you in from? Or did you already have it on PS3, so you didn't need to get it for PS4?
I played through it on PS3. I got when I had my ACL surgery, right? My Xbox broke. So I had my PlayStation 3 and I was binge watching The Sopranos.
Salute.
And then one weekend, so I'm lying on my couch. I'm in that knee machine that's cranking your knee like this the whole time.
Yeah.
For a week straight. Wow. And my sister bought me The Last of Us, and she brought it over, and I'm just lying down.
Why you gotta be doing that during Last of Us?
Playing The Last of Us, and that it's become one of my favorite games of all time. Woo! It's probably, I'm going to say number 3 on the list of like greatest games of all time, in my opinion.
Hold that, because I'm coming back on that one. We're going to get that top 5.
All right, okay.
We're going to get that. But you keeping the bars right there. So I got to speed you up because, again, tremendous history. I see what you're saying with that.
I got to show that.
Man.
Blade X. I got to show that. Yo, Blade X. I see that.
You put the front on. I see. But look,
Blade X, join the realm so we can see it for real.
I'm done. So I gotta ask you this, because obviously, you know what I'm saying, we met you brothers out at PAX. It's always a good time, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta talk a little bit of origin story real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like the linking, you know what I'm saying, of this Wicked Good Gaming thing. You know what I'm saying? So like talk about like how that came together, and was it the site or the podcast first? Which one was first?
Yeah, chicken and the egg right there. Like so Dom and I were playing D&D. I think it was like we were like 4 years into playing D&D every single week for like 4 years straight. Chris,
year 5 at this point.
Yeah, no, more than that. I was in college at that time. So we were playing D&D. I grew up with Chris. I've known Dom from our hometown, and we're just sitting there. And one night we were like, "Why don't we do like we sit here, we talk about video games when we come and sit down to play Dungeons and Dragons. Why don't we like do something with it?" So Dom was working with Chris at the time. He reached out to Chris, who was the only person that we knew that was capable of making a website. And Chris was like, "All right, yeah, I'm in." So initially we wanted to get other people we were playing Dungeons and Dragons with, but everyone was like, "Nah, we can't really commit to that." So the three of us were like, "All right, cool, we got this." Yeah, we got this.
Okay.
And we wanted to do a podcast first, but we came to the unanimous decision that it's let's generate a following and possibly a community through a blog site, because we could do that whenever. Right. When you're doing a podcast, you got to structure it. You have to schedule everything.
Right.
So let's see if we can build something first, and then we'll do a podcast.
Right.
We had the blog site up. I think it was like May 2016. Oh yeah, we missed our 4-year anniversary, by the way.
Oh, salute on the 4 joint. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
We are officially 4-year-olds.
Yeah, we're 4-year-olds.
Salute.
So after I think it was 8 months to 10 months that we had the blog site up, we said, all right, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we could do with the podcast. And we've just been going ever since.
That's great. Now, why?
But we wanted to do the podcast first.
Oh, but okay. So you did. Okay, I got you. So why not another gaming podcast? I love the name. Why that? And then you got to give me that Bostonian, the wicked good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the naming conventions.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Not Another Teen Movie?
I have not.
Okay, all right. Okay.
It's a white thing, so I wouldn't.
Still, it's hilarious. Watch it.
Okay.
It's worth the watch.
It's worth the watch.
But
it's pretty much a movie making fun of other like romantic movies.
Yeah.
Like they're making fun of everything.
Like Varsity Blues and shit like that. Yeah. So we were going back and forth about what do we call the show? Because Wicked Good Gaming that just seemed like a no-brainer because if you're from our area, Wicked is like a
give us the town bars.
Yeah, you already So if you're from around our way, you like anything that is of exceptional caliber. We would say something that is Wicked Good or Wicked Hot.
Oh yeah, this lobster roll is wicked good right now.
Hey, give me that Bostonian. You see these bars right now? These accents.
Yeah, so you see Wicked Hot or oh my god, I had a wicked long commute this morning. Woo! Or man, you see in there is I mean it's just you see you gotta get the gist of it.
That's the slang of the town. Okay, we got it. Wicked Good. Here we go.
So Wicked Good Gaming just felt like a natural that felt like a natural thing for for the blog because we wanted people to know who we were even though they couldn't hear our voices. We wanted to make sure that they could hear our voices through the written word. We didn't have any sort of recorded anything up. Right. And we got a good amount of following just from I mean we're kind of diligent about sharing stuff on our personal social medias, but we got a good following of people who were reading the website that were from our area, and I was I don't even know how you find out about stuff like this because
just local people, legit,
it's word of mouth.
People.
So yeah, we were kind of going back and forth, and then when the podcast came around, we when the idea for it was all right, we have a good foundation now. We were consistent enough with the blogs, and people are starting to pick it up. So now let's try to get things recorded. Let's try to put something on wax. Let's get this, the audio content going. So one of the first logo ideas that I had was the exact cover of Not Another Teen Movie. It was the big red block text. I still have it somewhere. I wish I had the old text going back and forth about the logos and stuff like that.
I probably have it somewhere,
yeah. So Not Another Gaming Podcast was one of the ideas that came up because we were what are we doing? Everybody was just all right, yeah, that just rolls.
I might have to go watch Not Another Teen Movie. I ain't seen that movie in probably 5-6 years.
So yeah, I mean that was one of the ones that came up. I still have the logo mock-up on my computer, but Not Another Gaming Podcast was born, and it's 183 episodes later.
No doubt, the legacy continues. And then I gotta ask you, you guys are also the staples of our PAX East, right? When we get to PAX, it's linking with our brethren. You know what I'm saying? So how did you guys kind of incorporate PAX as part of your whole journey? This is the thing for you guys are the staples there.
Wow. I mean, I think we got invited to PAX the first year we created our website.
Dope.
Which was we had no understanding of it, but they must have been reaching out to local games journalists, outlets and whatnot, and they reached out to us. We went. We had no idea what we were doing, so we just went and we walked around and we we had no idea of like setting schedules, setting up appointments and stuff like that. So we just straight up walked to every booth and was like, "Hey, we're meeting." We
got something in the chat real quick. Look,
yeah, just handle that.
No offense to anyone in the chat, but if I see you spoiling Last of Us 2 in the chat, it's an auto hidden.
Yeah, gotta get.
I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
It might be an auto out of there.
That's what hidden is. That's what hidden is.
Oh, there we go. Continue.
He said, Addict said that's what that is.
Yeah, he got the Addict on deck. Yeah, Addict on deck. He got that. So continue, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, we went into it the first year. We had no clue what we were doing. I don't know how much. I don't know how much we got recognized that year, but then the subsequent year, the subsequent year we went. We had a game plan. We were gonna go. We were gonna check out these games. We're gonna interview these people, and like surprisingly, like a dozen people came up and like, "Oh, are you the guys from Wicked Good Gaming?
Is it you? Is it him?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, legitimately, like we're throwing koozies off of people's heads as we walk out.
So we like PAX has always been like our home base. We went out of town once. We did DreamHack Montreal, which was dope. Wow. We took a nice little road trip up north, up even further north, and went to DreamHack. So that was really cool.
I got food poisoning. It was kind of
to the food poisoning.
We had lessons to learn for the next time we go on the road, and we were trying to do E3 this year, and then of course it's like just our luck, man. It's just like a stroke of luck for us to have, where it's like, yes, all right, we're finally ready to do E3 because last year we wanted to do it, and I was getting married, so I was.
And you were right. We got invited last year, and it's like Dom's wedding is like 2 weeks after this.
Yeah. So that was just not going to happen, and then so basically we was like all fired up, and I was like, guys, this is it. I got a new 9 to 5. I can actually sock some money away. We can get like the accommodations real nice. Woo! You know, like we can do it real big. I'll rent a little Corvette so I can drop the top with King. And
wicked.
You know, and then of course a global pandemic hits, and now we're stuck at home.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. But I wanted to salute you, brothers, man. Love what you guys do. Love the energy. Just a bunch of regular dudes.
Time out. You can't walk away without telling this story, Bob.
Which one?
Tell a story, Bob.
Which one?
It's so many.
When we pulled up to the joint to the Asa party, tell a story, Bob. Tell a story, Bob. Yo, this is when you big in your town. Right?
Yeah, this is how you know.
We on the line.
This is how you know.
We on the line, right? And they had an unfortunate person who was down on his luck or whatever.
Right.
So, you know, I hit him off with some bread, and I was telling him, you know, pay this dude. He out here, he a former boxer. Get his boy some money.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, and we joking around and all that stuff, and we get in the line, right? We get into the front, and you know, we all got our badges on our neck, and we like, oh, yeah, let's do this.
Yes, sir.
So when we get up there, they have a little scheduling thing, and they have to go off of your invite.
Right.
And shout out to the young girl, because when Bob and Chris and Dom went up there, she was like, "Oh, we don't have you on the list. Wicked Good Gaming." She just almost played herself. She almost literally played herself in her hometown.
Almost played herself.
Continue.
She was like, "Oh, I don't see you on the list." Yo, shout out to the older lady that was on the side and said, "What? Wicked Good Gaming?" Yes, give them a badge. Yo, she looked. I got goosebumps.
She said, "You don't know who this is."
She looked over like, "You don't know who Kanye is."
Salute. Facts.
It was that moment, and I looked over at Bob. I said, "Bob, how that felt?"
No, Bob, I gotta interrupt real quick because Bob's story is legendary in the sense that prior year, right? We go to PAX. I was gonna say 2019. So Asa Party is definitely one of our mainstays, right? We sit there, we get lit, whatever. So I thought we was balling. I was like, yo, we had a good time, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kicking it with Bob, and I'm like, yo, da-da-da. And he was like, but you didn't go upstairs, though. I said, but what you mean? Like, I didn't even know anything like that exists. He said, hold on. So this year, We go to the he opened up my whole universe. I was like, oh, this is how you live. This is how they do it.
No, he told us to hustle. Shout out to the Bob hustle.
Yes.
So we did what Bob said.
Yes.
And I told them, anytime you see the black and gold,
yes,
we good. Shout out to my man Gene.
Yeah, shout out to Gene. He in chat too. He in chat.
Writer for ILP.
That's right. LordCognito.net. Salute.
Living his best
life. Shout out to Snaldo. Shout out to Macho. You know what I'm saying? He said shout out to Bob. He in the chat. He said shout out to Bob. Yo, shout out to G for leaving that whack party and then teleporting to us with the quickness as if he as soon as he found out Ace was lit.
Had a teleportation device in his pocket. He showed the picture and it was tumbleweeds where he was at. And Shaq took the picture and showed him where we were. We turned around and he was like, well, hello guys.
He hit you with the instant transmission.
Yo, G
they wouldn't know that reference.
As long as somebody gets it.
Shout out to G. He said he's still drunk.
I told you this. I tell you this every single year.
Yeah.
If you guys want to come, you want to party, you want to get drunk, come with us. All right.
Come to death row.
Come to death. Yo, Dom. Salute to the appetizers on deck, fam.
What?
Salute to that. Yo, Solve, you missed out, brother. Oh, yeah, man. I know. It was super lit.
A monopoly on the appetizers. And that's the thing, too, is like, when and I feel like this happens every time, like me, Chris, and Bob go out. If it's like the three of us, or if it's me and Chris, or whoever, it's just like, we like make friends with the employees, and then they're just like, "Oh my god, we're just coming back to you.
Yeah.
We're just coming back over here. Like you guys are unbelievable. Like so, we're just gonna." And so we had like, I don't know if this was just like a designated lane for the server to go through with the appetizers, but they had to come through us every single time, and it was like, okay. And I was like, oh shit, the bacon wrapped scallops were coming back over here. We just went and swooped in on it, and it was like, all right, well, I guess she's going back to the kitchen to get more. It was just crazy.
They even had the vegetarian meals for me. But yo, shout out to Dom for out Millie rocking, dude.
Yes.
Right? So we and the Millie rock, yo, come on, I got all our footage. It's all on live. If you go on my Twitter, you can catch it.
I gotta find it. I gotta find that video.
Dom Scott said, "How you gonna let him keep killing you like that?"
Yo, man, fun time, man, fun memories. God. I just remember Bob being belligerent, laughing at the Counter-Strike people, wanting to get up there and challenge them. You know what I'm saying?
That was bad.
Oh man,
it was a movie, man. It's always a movie. It's always good to see you guys, your brothers, and talking gaming and having fun. But yeah, man, we gonna get it moving real quick. I want to talk about real quick. Obviously, you touched on it. You know what I'm saying, as far as that Last of Us. But I need Dr. Bob's top 5 video games or franchises of all time.
All right. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I can definitely do this.
Right.
Number one, Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
Yo, he's man crushing.
Majora's Mask is definitely a good Zelda. As long as he didn't say Skyward Sword, I was gonna clap regardless.
No.
That's what's up.
I put Majora's Mask over Ocarina of Time. But
where you put
like
Skyward Sword? That's the biggest question.
I played it for about 15 minutes and then I put it down.
Yo,
in the recycling bin.
Oh my god, you and Attic are in pocket right now. Continue.
Literally, it's not for everyone. He is 413. I am 616.
Continue.
All right, Majora's Mask. I think I gotta go. Number 2 is Red Dead Redemption 1.
Oh, Solve is in pocket.
I'm gonna say Red Dead Redemption 1. I consider it significantly better than Red Dead Redemption 2. Granted, Red Dead Redemption 2 looks better. Red Dead Redemption 1 was too revolutionary for when it was released.
Solve, do we co-sign this?
I can co-sign that. Okay,
because you're a Red Dead connoisseur, so we need to make sure that he's
I can assume you played through Undead Nightmare, the greatest DLC to ever be released.
That is literally the greatest DLC ever.
Literally the greatest DLC to ever be released for any game ever.
That's fine. King and Attic are disgusted. Continue.
I would never know.
I love it. I love it. They got silent. He lost his card to Attic right there.
It's cool. He said Skyward Sword was in the recycle bin, so we good. He can say whatever he wants.
Okay, he good. Okay, that saved him. All right, continue.
All right, I'm gonna go number 3. Probably The Last of Us. I think it's quite possibly the peak of video game storytelling, where you don't need to focus.
It changed the whole story genre.
Yeah,
you don't need to focus too much on the gameplay. The gameplay was fine, but the actual story around it was too beautiful to be missed.
Yeah,
that's 3.
Number 4, Dark Souls. The Dark Souls franchise has
Attic is crushing you.
Oh my god!
The Dark Souls franchise has.
This is what happens when you get people my age on that. They actually say good stuff.
Salute to age shaming. Continue.
Dark Souls has done things to my video game quote unquote career that I like. It's opened up so many other genres of video games that I could never expect to play. And it makes it like, you guys know me. I like to brag about everything that I do. If I can beat every single Dark Souls and every single From Software game, it just boosts my ego even more. I'm all for it.
I feel that. Salute.
But can you beat it with a guitar?
No, of course not. Absolutely not. There's like 3 people on the planet that can.
Look, man, all I know is you ain't one of those people. So.
Salute. So we got 4. One more.
Oh man.
Number
5.
Yeah, it could be the franchise as well. Doesn't have to be a specific one too. It could be a franchise.
I think. I mean, it's between Counter-Strike and Gears of War 2. Counter-Strike is too influential for me for when it comes to like first-person shooting games, and like it's basically what brought me back into PC gaming. But Gears of War 2 was the game that it was. If I wasn't too young at the time and I knew what professional gaming was, that's the game that I would have pursued.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Wow. Oh, so
tell me how Cat Daddy gonna say Attic definitely gonna walk him to his car after this.
He gonna make sure you're good in the town, baby. He gonna make sure you.
It's like we gotta protect this one.
We gotta protect this one. Salute, man. Tremendous 5. Let me get these super chats real quick. Mocha Smiley, $2 super chat. Anyone else miss 1 versus 100 from the 360 era? I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Was the
Please.
Stitch 60. Shout out to Stitch with the $5. I'm here just to listen to King going off on the PS5 real versus Xbox back compat. The Book of X. Who did that?
Book of X. Let's go.
Then you got Mocha Smiley already, right? Yeah. I love 1 versus 100. I don't know why they shot that down. Shout out to Beaner with the $5 super chat. Shout out to my fellow massholes. Now I have to play BioShock and drink a Treehouse brew while wearing a PAX East lanyard.
Salute to the PAX East lanyard.
Yes.
Nice. Salute.
100%.
We all caught up?
He's hitting all the buzzwords.
Let me see. We got Beaner. Yeah, I think we're good.
Oh, Eric Cuts is the one. She said Gears 2 and Dark Souls. Protect this man at all. Eric Cuts is a fan. Lady Eric in the building. Salute. You already know. That's what's up. Yo, tremendous 5. Now, Dom, I got to ask you, because we got to revisit real quick.
Yes,
because,
sir.
You had some very strong choices last time. ILP 108.
100%.
You had Super Mario RPG. You had Mass Effect 2.
Correct.
Zelda.
That's up there. That's up there.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2.
That's like 5, 6. That's 6, 7 maybe. Mass Effect 2 might be 6, 7.
Zelda franchise. You had Halo 3. Shout out to the car going by that agrees. Yeah, the car's lit right here. And then NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Now, has any of that changed, or is still engraved in stone?
So it has changed a little bit. And just a little bit, because I actually was trying to recall from memory. I feel like I need to like keep it written down just to like keep myself honest and keep myself consistent. So yeah, first most favorite game of all time is Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, for the Super Nintendo. I keep that thing on me. It's right over here. He said I keep that thing. He said like it was heat. Right next to me. It's right next to me.
He's got a picture of it in his wallet.
No, I got the whole cartridge is right here. The whole thing is right
there. The whole cartridge.
Yeah, the cartridge is right there. That's right, exactly. Yeah. So Mass Effect 2 is still up there.
My man,
NBA Jam Tournament Edition. That's still there. So if you it is free smoke at any time.
Was it that Utah Jazz smoke? Was it Carmelo and John Stockton?
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely. John Stockton, good from anywhere.
From anywhere. Oh, I love it.
From anywhere.
He's heating up. Fact. Shout out to them for not being able to have Jordan in the game with the licensing. Salute.
That's true. That is true. They should have had a whole episode of The Last Dance just on that.
Shout out to Petty Jordan.
That's because Jordan wanted what was it? Trouble in the Windy City for so long, and it was like
hot garbage.
I forgot
my
about that
God.
garbage. Oh,
he had the fire basketball and the ice basketball, and it was just, bro, what are you doing, man?
That's like Shaq food levels. Continue. Let's move on. Let's stay focused.
So yeah, Mario RPG, Mass Effect 2, NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
Yes.
So I have moved Halo down to the honorable mention, like 6th slot. Wow. So and you know it depends on what kind of mood I'm in, like Halo 3 or Halo Reach. Honestly,
what has come in there?
World of Warcraft, honestly, is one of my favorite games of all time. I can't ignore it just based on the sheer amount of time that I've spent playing that game, and how invested I am in the lore of that game. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild holds down the 5 spot.
Let's go, my man.
Let's go.
Coming in hot. Let's
talking
go.
about this?
3D Zelda. Let's
this
go.
NBA Jam
That's what I'm
Tournament
talking about,
edition?
addict.
You know.
Why are you acting like I attack Breath of the Wild? You need to get yourself.
You talking about that NBA Jam Tournament edition? This one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Anytime you want that smoke.
Okay.
Anytime you in this city, you want that smoke, it's right here.
I can see it. I see the opening menu right there. I'm coming through.
That's fine.
You're gonna see Papa on the front. Right
You gonna disrespect your with his high score?
Enter the initials for the new high score here.
Shout out to Smitty Smith in 2 shot. He said, "Boom shakalaka, he's on fire."
You know, we got 295 people. Everyone hit that like button, man. Let's get those likes up.
Tremendous fire. Okay, Doc, continue.
And then that was that. Mario RPG, Mass Effect 2, NBA Jam, World of Warcraft, and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Honorable mention. Halo Reach / Halo 3.
Right.
Also, just because you had reminded me of it with Mortal Kombat 11, I think Mortal Kombat 9 is like in my top 10 easy. It's like it's up there, like just in terms of what they did with the lore of that game, and just the going back to basics, the tag battles and everything was just. Oh, it just felt so good. They
literally reinvented themselves.
Unbelievable.
And graphical fidelity and just everything, man. Tremendous. Now, got to bring it back to Bob real quick. Consoles now. We didn't do this for you last time, Dami. Sure. So we got to get it back to Bob. I need favorite console of all time, any generation.
I mean, this is favorite of all time. I mean, the N64 is an easy grab just because it was the first. Arguably, it had some of the best games that I've ever played. Granted, the only one I listed here was Majora's Mask. Game Boy Advance was like incredible too.
Handheld, I like that.
Like,
first handheld mention.
Like, this is my childhood.
I know, but you got to pick from one of your kids.
The question is that did you play the Pokemon games?
Oh, Lord.
Of course I did.
What was your first Pokemon game? Was it Silver or was it
Blue? Here you go, man crushing.
What do you mean? It was Yellow. I played Yellow first.
Yellow? Oh, it was Yellow.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna give you a rule.
I always played Blue and Red. I never played Yellow.
He said, "Oh,
yo, listen, he just melted in his chair."
oh."
Don't worry, I have that effect. It's fine.
He said, "I have that effect." Yeah, you have to salute the Bob and add it. Just crushing. Continue.
Damn.
Come on, you got to pick one of them kids. One of your kids got to be the favorite.
It's either N64 or Xbox 360.
Oh,
No. Oh, Rob, what is wrong with you? PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 is the greatest console to ever be released.
Why?
Okay?
Why?
I mean, numbers-wise, isn't it still the highest-selling console of all time, right?
Did you only buy one or the whole 200 million?
Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
Continue. That's what's
up. No, but there's it had every single game you wanted to play out, quote unquote, outside of the Xbox exclusives. But like the only Xbox exclusives at that time were Gears of War and Halo.
Yes.
And like,
I mean, not much has changed.
Oh my God. Slander.
But But
Solve, you got a super chat.
Yeah, I got that one. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Pete Carlisle Gaming with the $5 super chat. It's time to get hyped for the June 4th PS5 reveal. Let's hope they knock it out the park. I can't wait.
We'll get to that here momentarily.
The book of play.
He said the book of play. Wow. The book of played yourself. Last time y'all got hyped, you got a logo. Calm down, bro.
We're going to get to the topics coming, but we got to finish this last talk. So PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2,
no
for sure.
Doubt. Yeah. Now, dog, I think I asked you this in 108. We wasn't doing consoles at that time. Yep. I never asked you this. I know you're a very varied gamer, so I'm very curious. Gun to your head.
Ooh.
What is your favorite console of all time?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh! Games
Nintendo Switch. I will say this with all confidence.
Stitch, where you at? Where's Stitch at? Where's Stitch at? Give me your knees, Stitch.
Someone check on Cognito.
Give me Stitch. I want his knees.
Listen, the console that you can't.
And what's
even
funny
watch
is
Netflix
he ain't even been playing that.
They got YouTube though.
They just got that yesterday.
We got that 720 YouTube. What's good?
No,
listen,
it's 520.
You don't want to play. You don't want to play The Witcher 3 in 240p. Come get with the game.
Operating at 12 frames per second.
Absolutely.
I can't listen to y'all.
You got to talk to him. Talk to him.
This is the first time I'm gonna say on somebody's console.
How you gonna give him a fraud alert on the console?
Oh man!
Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. That's right.
Sorry,
Let's go.
I'm sorry. You did this to yourself.
You did it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Nah, I'm with you.
So hold on. Out of curiosity, what was your top 5 again besides Zelda?
So my top 5 was
none of the Switch games.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, he had Breath of the Wild.
He got Breath of the Wild at 5.
Let him get his bar. Let my boy get his bars.
Yo, he literally has a Nintendo cartridge right next to him. Are you serious here?
Dog.
I got both of them. On deck.
Whoa, my man. Listen, give him the bars on the Wild. Why? This is for you.
Yeah. So, and it's not just about. Like, my whole top 5 doesn't have to be Switch games to have that be my favorite. So it's my favorent.
I feel like if it was your favorite console, you'd have at least 2 Switch games in there.
On God in them, it's his console. Continue.
I don't know. We were talking about this in the podcast last week. I've found a more like a higher appreciation for my Switch because I don't have to be sitting somewhere. I could be anywhere at any given time for it. You know what I'm saying? To play it. I can lie down in bed. I can go sit by a pool and play the Switch. God. Can't do that with anything else.
Break it down.
In terms of
you can do it with your Xbox if you just happen to just open up your phone and just go do it. Who did that for you?
So
higher resolution too.
Break it down, Dom. Let them know.
Let me know.
The Xbox 360 probably in terms of like having played the most, like having made the most friends, like having the most like experiences on a console. It's probably the Xbox 360 just in terms of like overall usage and impact and like the classics that have been experienced. Stand on your square, Bob. Go back to that Switch. Stand on your square platform. Stand back on your square.
But no, you don't have to stand on anything. Don't listen to this.
Give them my bars. Let them know.
Like and I've tweeted this probably 1,000 different times. I feel like this is like a drunk text that I'll send to anybody. Like the Nintendo Switch to like everybody and nobody. Like the Nintendo Switch is my favorite console that I've ever purchased with my own money. And it's like
that's the cop out. I purchased it with my own money.
Get his bars off, youngin.
Listen,
continue.
I mean, like when you get older and you gotta I know that we don't have a lot of people your age on this podcast, guys, but like,
that's right. Get him. Get him.
I had to tell Bob to open up a bank account instead of using money with rubber bands.
Don't turn me into this.
Listen, 413 me. We still use rubber bands out there.
We still do.
Hold on. We still use rubber bands out here.
We still do. Shout out to the old Italian man in our life that taught us how to manage our money by keeping it in rubber bands. You keep the small faces on the outside.
Woo!
Yes.
And so
large faces in the middle.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
So basically the reason being I had this revelation. So there I was on a beautiful island of Santorini. And I was thinking to myself, what could make this view better? And it was just like, man, I would love to just play some video games right now, but I'm not at home. What could I possibly be doing?
What could you do?
How could I experience one of the greatest adventure games ever created in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
You want me to show you how? You could just go right here to your xCloud app.
He ain't have internet on the island. Continue. Continue. Throw him in the bushes. No internet on that island. Continue. Back to the Switch.
I needed to be untethered. So I went into my
suitcase.
There's
a lot of capping going on here, man. There's a lot of capping
control right now.
Let him get his balls off.
I'm done with this conversation.
Let him get his balls off.
We gotta find out.
He's been getting his balls off for 5 minutes.
Listen, man. This is my multiverse brother. Continue.
I need to be untethered. So I went into my suitcase. I got my Nintendo Switch. I put my feet up on this like nice little infinity pool that we had going, and just the sun setting on this beautiful island. You know, playing a little Breath of the Wild, and it was just.
We don't need the sound effects, Cognito.
Gorgeous.
He said, "Talk to him."
Talk to him.
Tell the truth. He was sponsored. Tell the truth, Bob.
We got that sponsorship. That's why he capping.
Yeah, he was sponsored.
I wish, man.
He been purchased.
No, because you know what, Nintendo.
It's okay. It's okay, man. Like I'm okay with that. Like I respect that. I respect that more than this talk I'm hearing.
Let him get his final verse.
You have to listen.
Get that final verse.
I wish we got it.
Not yet. Not yet.
Get the final verse off, though.
But anyway, yeah, no. So the Nintendo Switch, in terms of just like the amount that they've done with this library, what they're doing with third-party developers to make sure that every type of gamer can be represented and have a great time on there, with the new iterations of the classics that we appreciate, and just like the level of connectivity. I mean, Nintendo is still about 10 years behind the times in terms of like online.
Stay focused.
Why do we always gotta have that caveat with it? like why does everybody have to say, but they Nintendo, like Manny being Manny? Why we always have to say when it comes to Nintendo, but for them though? Like, I'm really sick and tired of that. We're making this lane just for them. But I'm like, but for Nintendo, they're doing good. No, so they are not the best. They are just actually mediocre at best.
No, the Nintendo Switch, by all means, for me, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't even have internet capability.
Wait a second. Didn't they outsell the Xbox?
Oh, Bangs, Street Gang early.
Let's check these stats real quick.
You know what?
You gonna check the stats?
Listen, that square that you're standing on.
Why don't you check this?
There's that square that you're standing on there about to outsell your PlayStation. So I think you really need to get off that square.
Hey, I got a foot on each. I got a foot on each.
I don't know, man, because at the end of the day,
in the motherland of Japan, I think they outsold that PlayStation over there.
At the end of the day, the Switches compete with the Series X, the PS5. They compete with the Xbox One and PS4.
Anyway.
Anyway, the Nintendo Switch, in terms of versatility, the different experiences that you can get, and as far as the offline experiences go, it's my favorite console. It is definitely my favorite console.
Oh, God.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Oh God!
And it's one of those things.
He must have had a little too much of those Coronas.
I still got more.
I still got. Brother.
Actually, but on aside from having it be my favorite console, we were actually talking about this on the podcast earlier in the week, and we were saying that like I hate to even be like, as I'm getting older, because I'm not that old. Like, I'm going to be turning 30 this year. But like we're making milestones. We're looking for a house. We're trying to do stuff like in our lives, and I find less and less time to actually like sit down and like have time to really like sit, like really immerse myself and be like, dedicated gaming time, right? And
portability and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
so the Switch, I feel you because he knows where this is going.
Yeah, because the Switch.
What type of phone you have?
Oh my God!
No, because I'm trying to open his mind up. I'm trying to give you what.
You trying to say his phone is better than his Switch?
Download the xCloud app to your phone so you can just leave that other thing that you got doing over there, that little 480p stuff there. Because my phone is really 4K. It really get busy. So when you see what your phone can really do,
oh my God!
Because right now you talking about untethered and you talking about loose. You're a robot. You got your robot in your hand, right? But see. What Phil Dominus is soon to be a really it did for you. xCloud is in your phone. It's here. You have the power of X. Right here.
Let's get these super chats because they're out of insane.
Yeah,
get these super chats, man.
So we got Philly Eagle with the $5 super chat. Let's not dilute a good topic with sales. Minecraft has sold over 200 million units. Hashtag keep it fair.
No doubt.
And then we have let me do a couple of them now.
Okay.
I don't know where you
Cat Daddy.
Cat Daddy with $2 super chat. I could have a beer with these two. Subscribe.
Hello to my wicked brothers.
Anybody in our chat that has not subscribed to Wicked
Gaming,
Please
go subscribe right now.
Do that now.
Sure.
Got a $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. Sorry, bro, it's only one book, and it's the Book of X. The Book of X. So we got a $2 super chat from Stitch. This is due on some. This dude is on some amazing drugs.
Switch talk. He hates.
Then we got $100, $99.99 from Willie Hood. Don't make King come for them knees.
Well, you are on to something, because on God and them, I definitely would throw them inside the box.
We got a $5
be on there Wednesday, man. So
we got a $5 super chat from Philly Eagle. At the end of the day, to each their own. Rep your preferred console peacefully, like he's doing. Respect.
No doubt. Continue. That's all. You want to jump in?
And we have P. Carlisle with the $5 super chat. King, stop frauding. You know damn well that Streets of Rage 4 was fire on Twitch.
Coming in hot.
We got a $2 super chat from Stitch.
On my phone.
We got a $2 super chat from Stitch. You need a phone plan to talk online and on Switch.
Oh my god, yo, tremendous! We gotta move on, man, because we're talking, arguing, going all day, man. We gotta get to this poll, man. Look, last week's poll results are in. People have spoken to the MPD tracking Final Fantasy VII Remake as the best-selling game of April and third best-selling game of 2020. Which of these games do you think ends up being the best-selling game of 2020? So, coming in at first place, the winner, Cyberpunk 2077, 60%. Wow. Coming in at second, sadly, dog, is 19% was Animal Crossing. At third place, sadly, Bob, was Last of Us 2. And last place with only 8% of the vote was I don't care, Final Fantasy VI is still to go. Sob is disgusting. Shout out to all the lords who participated in last week's poll. Lord King, you are victorious here. So let's give it back to you. What do you think about this? The fans agree with you. They're riding with Cyberpunk.
And the world has spoken. I told you.
You better enjoy this W because you're not getting it in real life.
Listen, you see, the sad part about it is you have to be smacked around to understand what's happening. And I'm glad that the smacking started light and it end heavy by the end of the year.
You know what?
Wait a minute. Where was the COD in all of this? How did COD not get?
We don't want to talk about that because it would have been.
It's because he didn't want to put himself in a position where he could lose.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that.
You know what? I get it with the people that voted, so I'm going to do exactly what they did. I'm going to be blind to the situation. I don't see anything. I'm blind. I'm just going to vote some random.
So this is assuming COD doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, this is assuming.
Get that out of here, man. Like,
you see, this is what I have to deal with. They have to be shown to be believers. Keep beating them until they understand. We are legion.
Listen, man, we got a lot to talk about.
I'm going to love taking the knees, man. I'm going to
love shipping your knees out, and I want the shea butter on the back of them.
Listen, we got some show to get into, man. So let's get right into it, man. So, we got an announcement, from Lord Jim Dance Move Ryan, man. He put out the statement, the shot heard round the world. Thursday, June 4th, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, they have come out and said they are going to share some new things about the PlayStation 5. He said he's excited to see what's going on. He said these games coming to PS5 represent the best in the industry from innovative studios that span the globe. Studios both larger and smaller, and those newer will be established. So it's going to be a digital showcase, will run for about an hour, and it hit the news waves and broke the internet. So we're going to get this thing started. So before we actually get these stars, I can get my bars off real quick. So, so, now that the official, announcement is here, and, this is not a bend in knee segment, right?
What's that date?
June 4th, right? So, yeah, June 4th. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I put out my public apology.
Okay, but, I wasn't present.
Listen. This is the first time I'm really happy to be wrong. Okay. Now, what it was a larger show that they was going to push it back because they wanted to have everything in it. They wanted to have the show. The show was going to probably be an hour and a half.
I feel like.
And then he
don't care. He about to talk.
Look at
listen to Cognito. He's like, oh, okay. He knows the moment you stop talking, he's gonna go right back to the nonsense.
Listen, so I'm not listening to him. And then because he got privy to a couple of information about some stuff now. So now what they're going to do is a shorter show, and it's going to stay on that date. I guess they wanted to keep that date because they have other things in place for that date. So that's the good thing that it actually is coming. So, okay.
King, I hear that, but it just doesn't help my emotional distress. I mean, I was scarred being soft.
Look at it.
He was scarred. He was hurt.
We were attacked viciously. We were told that, not this year is not dropping.
I don't think it's dropping. Wait. You think just because you're gonna see some games, you think the system coming? Wait a second.
Jim Dan came out and said, "We will launch this
You guys can't be using that name and then act like everything's strong."
Listen. Jim Dan Smooth Ryan definitely knows how to play them bars, and I'm telling you. You're not getting what you think you're gonna get, and when you get bamboozled, don't come crying to me. Just slide them knees over and just send them out.
This is not a bend the knee segment. All I was saying that being soft, we suffered a lot.
This has definitely been the knee segment. Stop this.
We were scarred, right? We were told soft. We were told
let the Sony. Wasn't it? I don't know why they did that to you.
And like a ray of light on God in them.
Jim Dan Smooth Ryan
for that and Herman Holtz. They gave us
razor light. If you were capping for Phil Luminous and you are in the bushes, you're so far in the bushes with that stadium.
Listen,
remember you? Do you remember you? Do I need to take you back?
I just want to start the healing process, my brother.
Yeah. I just want to start. I gotta start putting the camera on you. Hold on.
God, open the heavens.
We gotta open the heavens, folks. We gotta let the light.
Seeing the debut of the camera recording Cog. Because we need to record him right now because the last dude he was capping for was Phil Luminous. And where is
Stadium's doing good out here, man.
So we gonna stop with
that is a good question, Cognito. You ain't talked about Stadia in a minute, okay?
I still get my Destiny on until PC stop shooting. Anyway, let's stay focused. But,
keep hanging with that switch.
Not the top man.
The news has come out. Obviously, we know the whole deal. So I want to bring it to the realm. We're going to bring it to the round table. Let's start with our Wicked Gaming brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys feeling about this news? What are you expecting? You know what I'm saying? So let's start with Uncle Dom, man. What are you feeling about the June 4th date and what could be shown?
I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I can't get too excited just because the first couple of reveals, if you want to call them those, for this console generation haven't exactly been off to the smoothest start. Aside from the Xbox Series X news just this previous week, which we'll get to, there hasn't really been much to get that excited about. And like the third party stuff's cool, like the non-gameplay stuff's cool. I think the state of play thing, again, which we'll get to, put things back into, like, things are starting to get like realigned, so hopefully we can get a really exciting reveal from PS5 this this coming week. And then to follow, hopefully we'll see Phil Spencer blow everything out of the water when we get that Halo Infinite reveal a couple weeks later.
Halo Infinite isn't even being made. The game doesn't exist.
Oh,
they're lying.
Oh my God! You're not
They're lying to you.
Come on. I just was waiting for you. I just wanted you to jump into the side of the kill box. Would you be happy to put your knees on this, sir?
Is this a big segment?
I only got one good one left. I don't know if I can.
So I would like your one good knee shipped to New York.
So wait, hold on. Are we saying, Bob, that just sidebar, that Halo Infinite is not coming this year?
Oh, wait, this year?
Yeah. Wow. That man laughed at King.
We'll see the first gameplay trailer of Halo Infinite, quote unquote gameplay trailer, because we're talking about Microsoft here.
Oh, shots fired!
Quote unquote gameplay trailer of Halo Infinite. We'll see that maybe in 2022, and then with an expected date for the next console.
All right. So now that we're going to get these knees, let's just make this official.
Let's make it official. We're gonna make it official.
The Halo Infinite come out before your PlayStation 5. Let's just make that official.
Oh, we can do that.
Halo Infinite comes out.
Yeah, let's
bend the knee on camera. Are we standing on our square?
Let's get those knees.
So, Bob, is it
King,
official?
if you lose all of these, you have no knees. Like,
no,
King, you need to save some of your knees.
Hold on.
I need one good knee left, so I send him an ankle or something.
I need Bob to, if he's going to agree to these terms, or better be on camera. Halo Infinite release
comes
date
out before.
Okay, yeah, before PlayStation 5.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll be right down there. I'll be right over to Boston. Matter of fact, I just come pick my knees up.
Curbside pickup.
It is official.
No contact pickup.
It is official. Anyway, let's stay focused. But
King about to lose every.
Or win it all.
Back on focus, man. Let's get again with this news. You know, what are you feeling, Bob? Like in reference to this whole thing, man. The state of play. You know, June 4th or whatever. PS5 game reveal, first party, third party. Where we at, man?
I mean, my expectations are so hampered after the Xbox Series X gameplay reveal.
He stays with the shots.
I don't care anymore. I'm so detached.
How did you feel when they showed you that logo in that car?
All Sony needs to do, Sony needs to do is show. I'm gonna say 6.5 minutes of actual in-game gameplay, and they won. They already had a better reveal of it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, fair enough.
Come back in July.
No. Okay, hold up. What happens if they only show like Horizon? They show a little gameplay of that. They show like Ratchet and Clank, and the rest is third-party gameplay.
I mean, that's fine. What do we see? We saw what was the only first-party Xbox game that they showed off? They didn't show
third-party showcase.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, if you went into that showcase,
that is unfair. You can't attack a company for something that they
said,
right.
And you said this is Microsoft's game. They're going to show Microsoft, and they told you
right
the day before, the week before, the month before. Hey, yo, third-party showcase. This is the leftover from the
yeah.
stuff.
No, but you're missing a word there. This is a third-party gameplay showcase.
Okay.
Gameplay showcase.
Okay.
I see you're dancing around that word gameplay.
No. I'm not gonna dance. I'm not gonna dance around anything. I'm just gonna look at it right now. I want the same amount of energy that you have all stored up in your heart. I want that same energy to be spewing out on Thursday because I'm gonna call you right after this. You know I am, right? I'm gonna call you. Don't put me on scene.
Make sure you respond and read that text.
Don't call up because when they had y'all all gather in masses and your eyeballs was watering and Magic Mark Cerny came out with the I want ears in a box and y'all was looking, y'all was like, man, this is not what we paid for. Or the other time when y'all pulled up and y'all thought y'all was gonna get something other than Jim Dance move and PlayStation 5 logo and walked off like Vanna White. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not batting 1,000.
Oh my God.
Completely different. But I want you to stand on that square. I really do. Because next week, if they don't show what they're supposed to, you're in trouble.
Let me get it back, Bob. What would you like to be shown, Bob? Like what would excite you?
All I want is a new Ratchet and Clank game. Or let's see. Or a revival of a long-lost franchise like Sly Cooper, Jack and Dexter. They have so many great IPs that they just don't utilize anymore. So that's what I want to see.
Give me like an Infamous 3 or
Yeah,
some shit.
another Infamous game.
That's what's up.
That would be tough.
That's what's up. Lord Addict, man, June 4th. It is here. I know it was highly contested for a little bit for you, but it is here. It's like, what are you feeling? What do you think they're going to show, man? Addicts in the bushes.
Oh, no, I didn't know you were talking to me. Sorry. I thought you were talking to King for some reason. I think Sony about to come out there and release the floodgates, man.
So they coming.
I think Sony done playing.
They outside now. They got tired of being told they were scared.
They pulled up.
They pulled up now. Okay.
Look, man, it's about time they pull up something because they won't pull it up for a while, but they pull it up now. Eventually, you're gonna end up pulling up. I mean, all right. So, just because you last in the race don't mean you ain't never gonna finish the finish line, man.
I feel like, but you did say like you expect a strong showing. You expect something pretty.
I do. I expect a strong showing. I expect like 25-30% of it to be first party and the rest to be third party. I expect we'll actually see gameplay from Valhalla there.
Okay.
I expect that
Microsoft have the marketing deal though.
But for some reason on the PlayStation magazine, Valhalla's top
really?
of it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to see how that goes. It's gonna be interesting. I'm kind of curious how like Demon Souls looks because I'm pretty sure that's gonna be there. I'm pretty sure Ratchet and Clank's gonna be there. I don't think Spider-Man's gonna be there. A lot of people think Spider-Man's gonna be there. Let's be realistic here. There's a lot of people on Twitter that think Sony gonna come out there. They're gonna announce God of War. They're gonna announce Horizon Zero Dawn 2. They're gonna announce Spider-Man. They're gonna announce Bloodborne 2, and they're gonna announce Ratchet and Clank. They're gonna announce like everything. It's like that's not what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna show what's gonna come out for the console within like 6 months to a year. They're gonna show what's gonna come out on launch. They're gonna show like, look, Demon Souls, that's on launch. I do think that's what's that game called? I think Ratchet and Clank's on launch. And I think they're going to build up and they're going to end it with Horizon. But for some reason, I think they're going to have a third-party exclusive that we ain't going to expect.
That'd be pretty big. Let me get these super chats real quick, Mr. Bond. I think Eric J is where I see my brother from Brap and Gaming Perspective. $2 super chat. Thanks, ILP fam, for the laughs during these craziness. You already know, trying to keep the positivity and keeping some fun. JD Gamer, $2 super chat. Let's get this out the way. Is Sony buying Sega? That is a big rumor. That is a big rumor going on. They're supposed to be doing something.
You play very coy. Yo, I would love to play poker with you because you know what's really happening.
Can't be that kind. Cognito that kind of have a full house. Ooh.
Yo, you know what I like? I like.
You guys might want to fool.
Attic, why you gotta do me like that? Continue. Smitty Smith, $5 super chat. You want to get that song?
Bob, make sure those needs are shipped next day air. LOL. And we have JD Gaming with the $5 super chat. How high will the production value be for the Sony's June 4th event? And will Microsoft learn and adapt, making the July showcase so much better?
I do think that there's going to be a lot of production value into the Sony thing, this 4th of July event. And the question is, I think that Microsoft will adapt to it, but do they have enough time to realistically do anything drastic?
Right. And we've got Philly Eagle.
Philly Eagle with the $2 super chat. Goalpost moving live on camera, folks.
Oh my God. Y'all savage. Yo, we got more. We got
JD Gamer with the $2 super chat. Who will have the best third-party exclusives in 2020?
No doubt. We got Raymond Thornton, $10 super chat. Why do you think Sony cut the number of games down? They had a bunch of trailers lined up. They cut numbers again?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, interesting.
It was a huge. I wouldn't get to my part.
I got you. Oh, you want to get Element Appeal solved?
Shout out to Element Appeal with the $5 super chat. I don't expect a strong showing. I expect indies, EA games, and maybe 2 exclusives, first-party games. No launch titles from first party.
No, I think there'll be launch titles. I think that
they've always had first-party launch titles.
They're definitely good. They're gonna. I mean, we might even see an Act 3 there. Like what they're gonna have is they're gonna have like that 3 punch out thing. They're gonna have a really decent game that's on launch, like the Demon Souls, and then they're gonna have like 2 games that complement that game. Like they're not gonna come out there, Horizon's on launch. Like they're not doing nothing like that. I think within 6 months after launch, Horizon's gonna drop.
No doubt.
Like deep down.
Deep down, I remember that. Shout out to my brother.
Everybody got real silent.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, shout out to Luke Lord, the Incepted Ghost, just sending some green love. Yo, salute the brother. He had the Phil Dominance. I got to throw the Phil Dominance up for me. He copped his shirt and put it up on ILP. Salute to my brother, Incepted Ghost, Xbox Expansion Podcast. We got to get him back on, man. Good dude.
At me with that picture so I can actually send that to Phil.
Yeah. I'm done. Soft, go finish up. We got these last two, then we get to you.
To Manuel A with the $2 super chat. Sony wants your eyes for the 1 hour Knack 3 deep dive.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
That's what you're gonna get.
That's disrespectful.
Knack 3.
And then set out the stitch with the $5 super chat. Wait a minute, they're going to show games with no console. Are they going to show up with SSD in one hand and the controller?
That is a good question. Do you think this reveal is going to have the console?
Let's bring it right to Saul, man. What are you feeling? Do you think they're going to show the console as well?
I don't know, because this morning they sort of teased like the startup sound. So it's like if they're doing that sort of stuff, and come on, man, the console has to be ready to show. Why would you not show the console?
It was not coming out.
Even if you just like Halo Infinite, just like Halo Infinite, you're not seeing Halo Infinite gameplay.
You gonna wait till July? Your knees is coming my way.
I'm gonna say we see the console. I'm gonna say we see it.
I'm gonna say
all right,
games,
and then beyond that, games. Listen, I think I'm seeing little bits of the old PlayStation, man.
Talk to me.
Ryan come out there, it definitively says we're launching this year worldwide. That's one.
Global.
Then he comes out and says, hold on. He comes out and says, he's like, yeah, the next gen starts with PlayStation 5 because we're showing you things that can't be done anyplace else. That's old Sony. That's petty Sony. That's petty Sony.
No, that's Sony telling you that none of your games is going forward.
I'm sorry. That's fine. But that narrative works for them. That narrative works for them
because y'all got no choice but to take it.
So out of curiosity,
I'm just saying. Like I said, Jim may be dancing to the beat of a different tone.
He works. He's the puppet.
I just want to go
in his house.
I just want to go around real quick and get a yes or no answer. It's all you have to say. Do they show the console? Like I just want to go over everyone. Do they show the console?
I say yes.
No.
No.
Bob, do they show the console?
For sure.
Ooh.
Yo, you got a lot of
is Bob actually my doppelganger?
Yeah, he's not your doppelganger.
Okay, so listen. This is how doppelgangers work. He is the opposite.
He's the evil version.
So he likes PlayStation. He's going into the whole PlayStation shield.
That's true.
This is how it's supposed to
Jets
be.
and Patriots. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's Jets and Patriots. Black. I get it.
Let me say something real quick. I've been seeing people, talk about the whole trucker hat thing. The trucker hat thing's happening. You don't have to get 400 likes, all right? But I will say this: if you get 300 likes in the next 3 shows, I'll wear the overalls too.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Please, everybody hit those likes. Please. I'm trying to get the tank top with the nipple out.
I need that. But look, man, so we got that. And then, now, Sav, I wanted to bring it to you. It's something we haven't talked about. Then I'll give it to King. Is this whole thing about generations, right? What we're hearing from them is what we're hearing from them is, they feel their philosophy, which is kind of different from Microsoft, which is they want to utilize the tech in the PS5. They don't necessarily want to be quote unquote held back by patch generation, and they want to move people forward immediately. So let's get into that. Like, what do you think about them being very aggressive and standing on that square?
Well, that's the square they've always stood on, and for me, it's. I'm be honest, it's BS. It's BS. No, it's BS. It really is. Like, and there's been Twitter back and forth on this.
I know.
No, but I said it is.
That's the guy I know because you was looking kind of confusing.
Because you know me, I look at the other side of the argument.
Yes.
It's a philosophy to me. Listen, when you're talking about. If you're saying this game cannot be done on the PlayStation 2, this PS5 game can't be done on PlayStation. Yeah, of course, it's a monumental leap.
Right.
When you tell me something that can't be done on a PS4 to the PS5, that's marketing speak. That's you purposely pushing that.
Dan Smooth Ryan said,
it's marketing.
He said, we believe that when you go to all the trouble of creating a next-gen console, that it should include features and benefit from the previous generation does not include. He said that in our view, people should make games that should utilize those features. He's standing on this.
But if you look at what are the features, right? Better graphics,
SSD,
fidelity, right? But the SSD is a bespoke thing that is to that console, right?
Right.
It's something that removed from that. Whatever games you can run, whatever games you have on the PS5 can run on the PS4, right? Are they going to look as good? No. Are they going to run as well? No. Right. But you tell me that there's no way in hell these games can run on there. you're just trying to sell me a new console.
But I think Gene is right. But he's talking also about the PS5 to PS4 because we know the Series X, you technically can play Halo Infinite on the Xbox One X. So in this case,
it won't look the same.
Right, we know.
You can play The Witcher on the Switch.
Oh my God!
Listen, you want to call a spade a spade, call a spade a spade. What Sovereign is saying is the absolute truth. You know, if in your hardware that you don't have a software solution, right? You understand? Microsoft has done it in a software form. It's not holding back nothing on the system. Right. It's scalable. Right. So what Sovereign is explaining to you, this absolute BS because they don't have a software solution for a hardware problem. That's all.
We hopefully we'll be able to expound on this on future podcasts and stuff like that. But I will say this: they've been building scalability into software forever. That is the nature of software, especially if you're trying to build software for multiple platforms. That's just what it is. Like it's always been that way. So you're creating the walled garden, right? By saying, no, this can only work here. No, you're forcing it to only work there. And that's cool, but that's more a narrative thing than anything else. That's a narrative you're creating around.
Are we on the backwards compatibility?
We kind of.
Let's just transition over to because we're gonna do it. But we got King got to get his bars off too. But let's all finish, and then we'll definitely transition.
To me, when you're going from one gen to the next, and you tell me that's impossible on the previous gen, you're just trying to sell me a new console. And I get it, but it's somewhat disingenuous to say that.
Okay. What do you feel will be shown? You know what I'm saying?
I do believe that, the rumors about Ratchet & Clank being in production for a long time. So I think Ratchet & Clank, I do believe we do finally see Blue Point's game and all signs point to Demon Souls. Beyond that, we will get teases. I think whichever big first party game is closest to being released, we'll get a tease of, which is probably Horizon. Right. And then the third party stuff is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how these deals move forward, from this generation, these third party deals. And because I think those are still important.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Hold on. Slow-mo on Soft Nick. He said, did Soft have this same energy when the medium dev said they put in the game on Xbox Series X because it couldn't be done on current gen?
But why can't it be done on current gen, right? It's the SSD thing, right? So remove the bespoke part of the hardware that doesn't look like a PC, right? Or isn't built exactly like a PC. And you tell me that game cannot run on you're creating the walled garden. This is specifically what I'm saying. You're creating the walled garden in order to sell me a product. I get it. I understand. Right. But it's BS when you tell me it can't do it.
And there's a difference between Control and like a third party indie developer saying they can't do something because of maybe like resources or something, and Sony telling you can't be done.
Yeah, will it run as well? Will it be as optimal? No, it won't be. But don't tell me it cannot happen.
I think if you want my honest opinion, we'll talk about that later. But in terms of like the marketing deals and stuff, I think a lot of people don't realize how strong marketing deals are. I'm willing to bet you, like statistic wise, if we had those numbers, the third party marketing deals sell one more consoles than exclusives I've ever have.
I mean, but in fairness, do you not think there's anything from a design standpoint that can't run? You know what I'm saying? That basically is just not doing. You feel it's strictly marketing, it's strictly just trying to talk about the bespoke feature. Like,
no, obviously, if you use that SSD to its full capacity, you're able to load these open worlds. Yeah, we've yet to see it. Right. Well, all we've seen is this gen game loading super quickly in a way that honestly isn't even playable. Like it's running so fast, it's not even playable. Right.
So I'm trying not to talk about the backwards compatibility stuff, but you guys keep bringing it back up.
No, we're going to get to that point.
We'll get to that point, but we're focusing on PlayStation, so it's still viable. Because the thing is, to me, it just, again, I don't begrudge them the need to sell their console, and I don't begrudge the fact that they do it a certain way. Their philosophy is different to Microsoft.
Did you guys see how they took the that phrasing off of their website? Yeah,
off of the website. Yeah. We'll get to. Let's get King in because King.
Let's get Pixel Bit G real quick.
Oh my bad. Pixel Bit. Sony got lies. They built the best backward compatible system ever in PlayStation 3. They built the PlayStation 5 with the PS4 in mind. Sony even said if on his Tech Talk. Now they selling smoke and BS. Okay. All right. But I mean, Dom, you was gonna say something before I give it to
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I mean, Sovereign got it, but it was like the philosophy is different. So it's like, I mean, we'll get to this. That's probably like a great segue, but the PS5 there's a lot of focus on like this is these are benchmarks that the previous consoles can't hit. Like this is you have to buy this new hardware, and like this is an impossible feat on the PS4. You know what I mean? Right? This is an impossible achievement that you can't get. Look at all these triangles. Look at the triangles. So. But meanwhile, like, I'm reading all this stuff about the Series X backwards compatibility, and a direct quote is that all titles will run at the peak performance that they were originally designed for.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
It's like the smart delivery stuff where it's like it doesn't matter what console you bought it for, but like if you're playing, like we'll make sure that you're optimized up to get it. And it's just like it seems odd to me where like PS5. Or so let's just say that like PlayStation is so focused on these first party titles that are impossible to play on previous consoles. But for like Xbox, where they don't have as much console selling titles, they're saying that like you can play it on any of our consoles. So I feel like it's almost backwards. Like if I don't know, maybe I'm getting my wires crossed here, but like it just seems like an odd mix up of priorities where like you have these beautiful first party titles. Like shouldn't you want maximum shouldn't you like want maximum people to be able to
purchase that as far as forcing them over to the next generation? You talk about from a software sales and user base standpoint, right? Because we do know that the older I see where you're going with that. I missed Vogel's Creek. Shout out to Vogel's Creek with the $2 super chat. He said Addict challenge accepted. You ready?
I mean, obviously, I know what he's talking. He's talking about the overall thing.
Okay, so you're
right.
Well,
I'll make another one, man. If I see consistent 300 likes, I will stream on the ILP account. I'll stream God of War 2018 on Give Me God of War.
The better game. You're gonna put the nomenclature in front of it.
I'm
the
not
better game.
We ain't going that far. I'd have to see 1,000 likes for me to say that.
Oh my god! Now listen, let's get King back. King's been waiting patiently. You gotta get
let's get
Elemental Peel.
Elemental Peel, with the $5 super chat. Imagine buying a PC that could only play 10 games but couldn't play your games from 3 years ago. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
I do think it's going to be an issue for them if it's not done right.
Yeah, we got to see. Lord King.
Maybe not for the long run, but for a while.
Oh, man. Pixel Big G again. Shout out. File super chat. Machine learning and AI are big for next gen. Where's Sony at on that? Are we just going to get prettier pictures at 30 frames per second with better loading on PS5? Wow. Wow. Damn, Pixel.
You might be on to something.
Good. Let's go, King, man, because I know you got to get joined off on this subject.
Well, listen, I want y'all to temper expectations going forward. Listen, we already been bamboozled by a couple of things that happened so far. And
you can continue.
Because you have to read the words, right? And Jim Dance Move Ryan, he's gonna dance out there for you. He's gonna do the shuck and jive, and he's gonna do all that stuff. It's a dog and pony show. And,
my god!
And this stuff has to get sold to you. All right. So, and Magic Mark Cerny, this is what I expect for y'all to see.
What do you expect?
Week, right. I expect that Demon Souls game.
Okay.
The same way that we saw Deep Down and never got it. I expect you to see that game, and you're probably gonna get it 3 years later. I expect you to see Knack 3 launch title game.
Knack 3, baby.
Listen, I expect the world to open up. I mean, y'all may not want Knack 3, but Knack 1 and 2 was on the system. Okay. This is Mark's. This is the father of the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. He told you to mail him your ears. So if you're not listening, because you ain't got no ears, but if you're not listening, it's because he's going to make sure that he gets what he wants, and he should, because he's worked very hard to achieve what he has gotten, right? So Knack 3 is going to be shown. Okay. All right. Then you're going to have a whole bunch of third-party titles that's going to be playable on both consoles. So I want that same energy.
There's definitely.
I want you guys to be so happy that you're going to see third-party stuff that's going to play better on the Series X.
There's for sure one third-party game that's quote unquote rumored, but almost confirmed at this point. That's going to be Sony exclusive. And that's Silent Hill. Silent Hill is going to be coming to PlayStation 5 exclusively.
Okay. All right, and we got medium. Throw that in the bushes. It's something that can't be done. You know,
Silent Hill's a big game to go over there. Let's be real here, King. Silent Hill's a huge game to be.
No, listen. Yeah, they doing it right now.
Here we go.
So if you want to play Silent Hill right now, you want to play the next generation Silent Hill, go download Dead by Daylight, the
I'm
DLC,
gonna be playing it after
and go
this.
have some fun right now. Go do that.
I might stream it after this, actually.
And you might not have to work until 2021 to get a PlayStation 5 because they're gonna release all over the world. They're gonna release 2 in each state. So,
oh my God!
And you know what? Listen, that means they did it though, right? Okay. Y'all not getting it. $650. You not buying it. Stop it now.
So, okay.
All right. So, and there's a lot of people that can't. I listen to the narrative of you guys. Y'all expect a lot from what they was giving you was so little. So you think at some point in time when they was making you pay per meal that they're gonna give you a buffet? Are you out of your mind? Like, how many times do they have to smack you for you to understand that you're getting smacked?
But King, you said there was no date coming.
Listen.
King, you said that was
I told you. Listen, I said this, right? If they would have went with the original, because they was going to do a blast out, right? And I think somebody said, I honestly think something happened that they had to shorten it up. And I think concentration. I think Attic is right that they probably had a bunch of trailers, right, or something like that. And after they saw the negative feedback off the Microsoft third-party showcase, they was like, you know what? Let's just focus on what we have for gameplay. Let's put that out there so we can keep this narrative, because they need any positive press that they can get.
Right.
From the 2 negative showings that they did show, the logo gate and then Mark Cerny with the air job, all that stuff is definitely negative. Now you will have PlayStation dudes spin it as a positive, and I understand.
Right, we got that.
If this is your console of choice and you've purchased all the stuff there, you want this stuff to go forward. Right. I understand. I feel you. You want to hear about it. That's good. That you're supposed to champion your system. That's great.
Facts.
But temper expectations.
Why they gotta temper?
Because if you don't, I will definitely be smashing you next week. All right. So if you come out here saying stuff like, yeah, they're gonna have this and they're gonna have that, and I expect to see Banjo-Kazooie 5 and all this. Listen. Stop. All right. You might get a logo.
You might get a logo.
Listen, you might get opening. They were like Zero Horizon Dawn. They show a plane and they say ally, or whatever.
Aloe, shout out to Aloe Lotion.
Right? And then they're like Aloe Lotion, and they show it out, and they show all the little planes, the little robots out on the floor, and they pan away, and you don't see the game for another 5 years.
So we gonna get a JPEG.
That's gonna be actual gameplay. Listen, temper expectations. You have Last of Us. And they might touch on the fact that those games that's certified after July,
right,
those are the games that y'all can really look forward to going forward. All right. Temper expectations. Okay. You're gonna get probably 2 or 3 games, 1 first-party game, which I know is gonna be Knack.
Oh my.
All right, and you're gonna get 2 other games to go with that, and then you're gonna get third-party showing.
Nothing mind-blowing. Nothing. No exclusive that will get the masses and galvanize
Knack is gonna blow. I guarantee.
You gotta stop with this Knack.
Listen, I guarantee you, the PlayStation loyalists, this is gonna be the narrative. But that Knack though, and then they're gonna say, but next week we gonna get Last of Us, and then we could Ghost of Tsushima, then we could fly into that Knack, and then in July they're gonna show us something. Everything is but next time. Everything is but next time.
Right.
Hasn't Microsoft been doing that for like the past 3 years?
Microsoft hasn't been doing that. Actually, what Microsoft showed you was a console straight up. It was no but next time. It was but Digital Foundry.
They kind of literally just did that with the third party stuff. Here's some third party stuff, but next time we'll show you the third party stuff.
They said this is the stuff that we have from Overflow.
Right.
Now while you're sitting here waiting, snack on this.
Right.
Dudes got upset with the snacks that they got.
Right. No, I get that, but
not upset with a logo.
I feel what you're saying.
But at the end of the day, it's like the equivalent of like you order, you order so. Well, what's it good? Oh, we'll say barbecue wings. We ordered some barbecue wings, but we didn't get barbecue wings. We got like chicken nuggets. Like
they told you on the box that there was no barbecue wings coming.
But they also told me there was gameplay coming. We didn't get that either.
But if you sat there looking for barbecue wings, I'm sorry, bro, you wasn't gonna eat good that night. Eat your nuggets and be quiet.
Okay, but King, in fairness, the narrative was they were scared. The narrative was they had nothing to show. The narrative was that the game.
I'm gonna be sitting right there with you, laughing to death.
So I just want to be clear.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. They
got something to show.
Like I said, the petty is coming out, and they are notorious for taking Microsoft's missteps.
That's what I'm saying. That's petty Sony.
That's petty Sony. I'm telling you right now. I guarantee you they're going to show somebody playing a game.
And with the controller.
This is going to be our first reveal with you on it. And I cannot wait for you to sit there with your face and say, damn. He
gonna be disappointed. They got you again. So King,
I've been here.
King. So you're basically you're still standing on your square. This is not the same Sony that we've known.
No.
This is somebody different, and we better attempt the exchange because we think it is the old regime. We think it is Nas' first album. This is Nostradamus.
This Sony, see, the other Sony would throw the rock and punch you in the mouth.
Right.
This Sony is throw the rock and hide his hands. Now, every time he
he gonna be one of those people when people look around. I didn't throw the rock. I don't know what you're saying. I didn't throw the rock. He
don't man up. This Sony will say something and then go back to the homepage and erase what he just said. And you go back there to try to figure out this is what he said. And you know what he had plausible deniability. I didn't say that. Until you give him a screenshot and go, that what you talking about? Come on, man.
So, King, are you implying the PlayStation 5 page that removed the back compat and stuff from the? This what we
ain't that the same PlayStation 5 page that was like the fastest, most powerful joint in the world?
True.
Ain't that the same PlayStation 5 page that was like the GDC?
It's also to be fair on King.
PlayStation 5 page that told y'all to come out.
Yeah. To be fair, it's also the same people erasing stuff from their website, not saying nothing too. So
Hey, listen. All I can tell you is what I see, and I'm gonna tell you a lot of times it be there, then it's not. Mark Cerny is back there with that magic mic, and he waves wax on, wax off.
We gonna see. Shout out to Brad. We get this to a super chat. Fight the power in heavy rotation. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Sir.
Who else did we miss? Did we get?
We got a $2 super chat from Ghost. We get love to my gaming family. Stay safe. We got a $5 super chat from for King. I'm not reading that, King. You're demanded to read that.
Yeah, King.
Which one? Hold on. Where that's at?
What's that?
I gotta go the $5 one.
Brap.
After June the 4th, you got to read that.
This is Brap. Okay,
yes, Brap.
Okay, after June the 4th, which King said was never going to happen. King is going to resume. He's going to rename his knees. Derrick Rose, RG3, always doubting Sony. And what you need to do is put out your Sony flag. You need to put out your Sony flag and rep your team. Yo, listen, bring that baby home. Bring that baby home. I mean.
So wait, are you implying that Brap is not claiming his side?
I mean, he's being a deadbeat dad to Sony. You need to claim that baby on your taxes. You need to stop this.
Are you trying to say that he is not claiming this child as his own?
You sitting there repping the baby, but you ain't claiming the baby. and what I want you to do, see, because listen, ain't nobody on none of these shows gonna tell you that King don't represent this X.
Oh, that's a fact.
Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, soon to be a real. I stand on that square. I'm not worried about that. But the thing is, when you try to act like you fair media, you're fair, and you want to go, well, I'm PC, but you got a Xbox Ultimate. You're playing Xbox over there. Oh, but I'm fair. But Sony, anytime you only pop out when Sony comes out. See, I can respect J-Dub. I can respect Porter Rock. Because those dudes stand on their square. We know where they lie. I want to know where your allegiance lies. And you're giving me this PC nonsense. See, I was not going to do this to you. I was not going to do. You made this happen to you today. So the world is going to see right now. I want you to pick a side. Just don't flip flop and all that other stuff. Nobody can expect a flip flopper. I mean, just stand on the square. Put your back straight. Put your face up
and say it with your chest.
And say it with your chest.
When we say he needs to own his Sony allegiance.
Own his Sony fandom, baby. You see Dr. Bob own that. Facts. And you know what? He look you right in your face and say, Halo's not coming. He look at you and say it. It's not coming.
No, but this is from me coming from I'd rather play everything on PC anyway. But if I have to throw my hat into the ring for a console discussion, the PlayStation exclusives are too big to pass up.
That's where you at. How we feel?
King, you got to read the $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. He just said.
All right, hold on.
We got to do mods. We got
to get mods. That's LordCognito.net in there, man. Get mods.
Mods with the Polish ZOTs, $10. They better show SSD next gen game design. About that. Man. Mods is one of the ones that feels that we're not getting a console reveal. So
now let's get. We got who else did we miss? Midway Mods. Who Midway. Midway Mods. Everyone get hype for choreographed gameplay. Shaking my head. Oh man, Midway Mods. No doubt. Who else we got?
And we have
Smitty.
Smith. We chat brap on the Maury show. That ain't my baby.
He's not claiming the Sony. Come on, y'all got to get off Brap, man. Damn.
Shout out to Brap with the $5 feedback. Clapping back, King. You can't stand. You have no knees. My side is with games. Woo!
Your side is not with games. That is your fallback go-to. And stop doing that. Just actually claim that baby. That baby need a daddy. Claim that baby.
Yo, shout out to 48214, my brother with 2. He said, King doing God's work. Damn, Brap. Yo, they trying to say you got to get the paternity test. You got to claim
that. Brap, you are the daddy.
Our lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look, man, that's what I got on King. I'm gonna let you finish your bars if you was good.
No, we finished. Okay, we finished. I told you this is gonna be a regular joint.
Got a weak neck.
What he said, dog?
All right, Mike goes. That baby got a weak neck, Maury.
Hold on. We missed Gaming Forte. We got a $2 super.
I got him. I got Forte. Yo, this is a good one. Look, we're gonna see. June 4th is coming. You know what I'm saying? Look, at the end of the day, I just love it, man. The Titans are out. This would be the week, King. We would be at E3. And it's
kind of sad, man. It really is.
It is
sad. This week, like Friday, Thursday would be the last day I worked until we back from E3.
We'd have been.
So now I'm jealous that I didn't take those days off. So
look, we're in the midst of the war now. At least they're outside. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what they're going to do. Shout out to Slow-Mo. Everybody laughing in the chat. What King said and Dom said. But, look, man, this is fun. I just want to see what they do. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how Microsoft pivots to whatever they do.
I want to see the champ be the champ.
Yeah. I
want to see Drago be Drago.
Listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to learn a lot about the new regime and how they present, what they have cooking. If they had stuff in tuck, or to King's point, King may come out like, "Yo, see, it ain't that saying like I told you." A lot of questions are going to be answered. I feel, and Don, you made a good point, and Bob as well. Like they just saw the Microsoft. I know it's third party, King. Don't come for me, but they just saw the stumble, so to speak, right? Gameplay. Like you kind of know what not to do, right? And to solve.
Well, they know not to show a logo.
To Saul's point, again, old Sony that we know, not saying that we definitely know this is, they always capitalize on these moments. They always have a verse in tuck for this. So that's why I said we're going to learn a lot by what they showed us. And I'm hyped, man.
And keep in mind, the 300 plus people watching. Definitely hit that like button.
Yes, sir.
Also, the Lords will be live streaming.
We live streaming this. So
we live streaming. You can always get King's live reactions to him taking this L or taking.
Listen,
do you want me to call in live afterwards and be like,
listen, we can have Wicked in the building.
What I want you to do is, I want you to pull up while the show is on. If you really about that life, pull up while the show is on. So, because I want you to go back to the last 2 reveals where I clowned them to death.
So King has had a lot of fun on these reveals. This is going to be interesting. Look, it's hype. It's exciting. We got to move on. Lord Solve, man, what is going on with Xbox and this tech and what's happening, man? What's going on with Series X?
So Xbox this past week detailed a little bit more about backwards compatibility, right? And how they were approaching it with the Series X and just their philosophy in general moving forward. Saying a lot of like fantastic things for me, for somebody who really cares about an entire ecosystem and just like on PC, being able to move all my stuff forward and play this stuff. I appreciate and care about the fact that they're taking all this time to really research and make Series X and every subsequent console after that compatible with pretty much everything that's come before. So a lot of the exciting things they talked about were the fact that a lot of older games would be able to run at their maximum supported frames per second. And particularly if these games are unlocked, they might be able to even push some older games to 120 frames per second with their velocity architecture that they were talking about. In addition to that, the craziest part about it, to me, is the fact that they've created a software HDR sort of implementation where you can add HDR to games that did not have it.
That's kind of fire.
In a way that's a reasonable facsimile to actual true HDR, which is crazy. I mean, and again, hats off to them for all the work they've done from the Xbox One forward. Really something that we did not expect to see on the console side, especially in terms of software, right? If we were looking before they did what they did with the One, we always felt that backwards compatibility was some sort of hardware solution that you have to put into.
Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Lord Bill, them boys. Yeah.
And they figured it out on the software side, and they've only continued to grow it. So that is fantastic. By all accounts, right? By all accounts, this is a fantastic presentation. But then they turn around and say, for no reason, they didn't have to say this. Xbox Series X will launch with thousands of games.
What are you implying, Saul?
I rolled my eyes. I looked up and I said, why did you have to say that? Why did you once again have to put yourself in a situation
Are they lying?
to be scrutinized? Are they? But is that true?
Yes, it is. For that individual, no. For that individual that purchased that Xbox for the first time,
for sure,
that has gotten that Game Pass,
I agree.
That has, let's say somebody that left Xbox and they came back. They got thousands of games from the rip.
You know what? You can say that after you show me the bangers first. Show me the bangers first.
So you didn't want the conversation?
No, because you know why? Because you put the conversation.
You don't want the sweet talk. You just want to get to the mix. You want to get loud.
I don't need foreplay. I don't need
get to the action.
This is not exciting. I'm already in. So why do you have to listen? 10 years ago, I was able to do this. Like, I don't do that. No, I don't
sweet talk you, King.
Lather me up. If you just get me ready.
Lather me up.
Just don't be all over me like that.
Yo, go straight to the action.
How you gonna pedestal this? You stand on the box and say, "Yeah, we're gonna launch with these thousands of games." But we haven't shown you Halo yet. We haven't shown you.
Wait till July.
It doesn't exist.
We haven't shown you. We haven't shown you Fable. We haven't even shown you Forza, which we know is coming.
When you go to July, you will see the show. But they just told you.
Right. So
you want to see a clapback. You know what it is? You just want clapbacks from people that's getting beat up. That's all you want. So when this dude is out here winning, he gives you a clapback. One dude says something, he clapped right back at him. He said, yo, thousands of games. You said, I don't like that clapback.
This is an announcement that you don't even have to make, right? After you announce the bangers, you let this information trickle out and be like, oh wow, they could do that. Right.
No.
This is not what you're standing on the box for. This is like,
this is new Microsoft.
You need to first tell me why I need to buy your brand new console first.
You know what?
And as much as I love back compat, it is not for the thousands of games I already have.
Hold on, King, before you go, I just have one thing to say. Fight! Go.
Listen, I was gonna sit there and I was gonna go ahead,
you know what they do? You know what it is?
You gotta go.
No. You need to stop capping for
No.
Continues. Yo, it's like he's walking with a rock and he throws it in front of himself and trips on it on purpose.
You know what it is? I love this about you right now because you got a dog in this fight. You know what?
No, I don't have a dog in this fight.
Brother.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yes, you do.
I don't appreciate
with Sony.
You take your foot and put it in your mouth for no reason.
Good. Listen, and then we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
You are on this square with Sony's back compat, right? Now, we already know that your knees is mine. Everything is not going to be back.
So this is a bending knee. That's what this was.
Bending knee. No. Why stop changing the subject? Why are we talking about how Xbox constantly puts this?
No, I'm gonna.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to.
I'm gonna explain, right? Because what at the time what you got was Sony was talking about back compat. This is when the tweet goes out. This is when the information thousands, right? Because your man can't say it. So when you can't say something back, where was the clap back to that thousand?
So this was the Stillmatic freestyle.
It can't stand because remember in the beginning, Cog, they said 4,000 playable PlayStation games, right? They walked the hell of that back.
So where's that thousand? Where's that thousands going to be come Thursday? Where's the thousands going to be come Thursday? Where's it going to matter?
Let me ask Solve this question.
Why are you worrying about Thursday? And you should be worrying about your knees when you turn that system on and you can't play 4,000 games.
You said they wouldn't have it after they already announced they were going to have it because that's how. I appreciate that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your willingness to put your neck on the line.
We got to go back to that episode because it's suffering from Alzheimer's right now. And I understand what I want you to do.
Everybody on this panel could safely say this: the king will make some outlandish bets sometimes.
Let me get to the bottom of it, Saul. Your thing is okay. Are you upset that Microsoft? No, I didn't mean to be funny. Are you upset that Microsoft made this? The comment in general? Or are you mad that they made it as a response to something? I'm trying to get to the root of why you feel this was a misstep.
To me, it's a misstep because this is information that comes after you showed me the reasons why I have to. Like, I'm already in. If I'm a back,
so your thing is the sequence of events. You would prefer them. So you say don't show this yet. Show the games first. That's what you said.
It's not.
You're pretty much like look, like they keep saying stuff. Show me stuff and then say stuff.
Can you agree with me on this? Okay, they have yet to shown somebody who's not in already a reason to buy that box yet.
Right. Correct.
100%.
100%. Correct. 100%. So you're touting this back compat stuff. You're preaching to the choir already. Right. I'm in. I'm good.
Right.
Okay. So
hold on. I got you, King. I got you.
Information for later. Leave this information for later. And then beyond that, even if they put out that press release and they allow people to analyze it for themselves and talk about it, don't put out a statement like it's going to launch with thousands of games. Once again, you put yourself in a position to be scrutinized for no reason because you haven't shown
I gotta ask you this, and this is where I think King is going, right? And I want to make sure we're clear. Now, to King's point, right? He's saying most like that, not looking at it as a direct clap back to, okay, this is why you got to buy the system. But what he's saying is, can we at least admit that Sony's messaging has been unclear with whether games are going forward or backward? There hasn't been. We've gotten bits and pieces, but until recently, we didn't really get definitive statements. So I think where King is going is saying, well, if you know this is your strength, right? Big shout out to Bill Still and those guys. They do back compat. They're telling you smart delivery. So he's saying, well, why not showcase your strength when your enemy is being indecisive and not showing, strength on that particular issue? Do you at least understand that, maybe from a marketing standpoint?
I can understand it, but the problem with that is that they had the opportunity to come out first, and they didn't come out guns blazing.
They came out reveal.
They came out a little timid, right? They
third party reveal we talk about.
Exactly. Whether they were ready or not, whatever the case may be. Right. So my thing is that this is not information that once again is good. Why are you going to continue to preach to the choir, the ones that are going to buy your system yet? It's already a foregone conclusion. So come out swinging with the stuff that's going to make people be like,
those same words. With those same words, Jim Ryan shouldn't say stuff like you can only play this on PlayStation 5 and he ain't shown nothing yet.
But it doesn't.
With those same words, they should not say.
How that riles people up? Listen. How that riles people up, though?
Listen, with those same words, you should not ever forecast anything until after you've shown something.
I'm the same dude. I just finished saying that those words are BS.
No. With those same words, no. With those same words, Listen, like I said, you don't want to lather up. You just want the bang bang. You just want it right then and there, and then we talk afterwards. Like you don't want to have no conversation or nothing. You just want to bang bang, and then you want to get after the bang bang. Then you want to have a conversation. See what I did?
Exactly. I've been with that chick already. I've been with that chick already.
You've been with that chick already. Okay. So wait, Soft, you don't want no romance before?
No, I'm good. We know what we here for. We know what we're here for.
Yo, Soft, I'm dead. Soft, you won. I'm done. Soft, you just
what you mean you ain't nasty?
This man said he knows what he's here for. Yo, you are out of control, son.
I got to intervene real quick. Delilah just said, hold up real quick. Delilah said hypothetical because what has been shown. Hypocritical, what has been shown.
Nothing but a logo. And this dude is out here capping like, yeah, they've been banging it out. No, they haven't. But to your words is you don't want them talking ahead of time, no nothing. Show me first, and then we'll talk about what we just
You could talk about it, but you put it up on the pedestal like it's the greatest thing ever. And it's like, no. You know,
we got to get this super chat. Hold on. Iron Mike says, Soft say he pull up an old girl and say, no kissing, I'm dead. Continue.
No, is that Brad?
Okay. Get Brad. Where we at?
Well, Brad, how will Don King spend $500 to play old game?
No. It's, Brad, $5 super chat. Still sad that we all didn't get a chance to.
We missed it this
year.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Hold on, I didn't see any of that.
We got a $5 super chat.
108.
Show, Lords. Yo, listen, Brad, for real. Like I joke a lot, but we was definitely supposed to all link up.
Supposed to link. Facts.
He was there. Then we have next is 108 Dragon with the $5 super chat. Y'all gonna stop coming for my black brother Paul. David keep playing around. Keep playing around, and you see, I have
Chris fart on suicide watch. Next, free smoke for everyone.
We have no Christopher Hart today.
Yeah, I haven't seen Chris today.
What is that?
No. He's doing some cleanse thing.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Y'all got JD Gamer.
We got a $10 super chat from JD Gamer. Look, Sony's going to show up with a 500 SSD and $20 GPU CPU now. Who's rocking with that? Give me my $500 GPU CPU with the $200 SS drive. Hashtag make a complete system. You know, you got to put you onto something in that, man.
Yo, shout out to Elemental PO, $5 super chat. Xbox has Series X optimized. What will Sony's buzzword be? Might work on PlayStation 5. Yo, savage. Y'all messy. Who else we got?
We got a $2 super chat from Brett. We got a $10 super chat from JD Gamer. Forgive me, Saul. Okay, you read that because that's true.
It's not about you. We hardcore gamers often forget that we are only, yes, I've said this a million times, 10 to 15% of the market. And when little Billy's mom goes to the store,
Little Billy, shout out there.
Games day one is very impressive. No, it's not, because it's not a message that's put out there by, I would say it's not something that you put out there as a store employee. You're going to put out what's new and hottest. Right. I don't really see that being a selling point for somebody just coming into the ecosystem. I don't, unless you have somebody really in the know who's going to sit down and break that down to you in a store. And more often than not everybody's gaming forte. Like,
there's potential that the GameStop employee explains those thousands of games, and little Billy's mom is like, wait, why would I spend $500 on this when we have all of those back at the house?
At the house already.
I just bought those 2 weeks ago. Why do we need all that?
Now you can go sell those and go get a PlayStation, and you can pick this up and all those games that you do have. It still comes with you forward.
You don't need to rebuy those games with smart delivery.
That's right.
Well, I mean, can we? I'm confused on people's stance. Like, are we saying backwards compatibility is not relevant? Like,
no. What I'm saying is that when you compare, listen. Don't let the conversation fool you. I'm not capping for Sony. I'm just mad at I want Microsoft to stop stumbling over themselves, and I don't.
I personally, in my opinion, I don't think them saying that they have a couple thousand games ready at launch is like stumbling over themselves.
No, come on, it is very it's wordplay. It's like
but they said this already. Like this isn't new content. This isn't new news.
No, this is the first time. This is the first time they say it in that way.
They said that a couple months ago when that whole thing happened with Sony. They said it there too.
They have an entire press release around it.
They
and
said 2,000 plus games. They had it there too.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different when you make an entire press release about back compat.
Right.
And I can appreciate that it was in direct response to Sony being iffy about what.
But you say you want them to be more diverse and more aggressive and do a little bit more of what Sony does, but Sony tumbles a little bit over the backwards compatible, and Microsoft wanted to capitalize on that, and now you're saying that's not good either.
Most of the time, Sony does it. Sony already shows you the big guns first, and then be like, this.
But they haven't showed you anything yet.
So can I ask you a question? What's Sony's back compat strategy?
It doesn't matter what it is.
No, I need to know.
It doesn't matter what it is.
I need to know because Microsoft told you theirs. Please tell me.
They already said it's not as nearly as robust as what Microsoft is doing. This is not the argument.
What is it though?
You're trying to derail the argument.
No, I'm not trying to derail the argument. What Microsoft was saying this is exactly why they put that out. They put this out for you.
I feel you.
This was for you because.
But
a lot of people are like you. A lot of people are like you. They're very unclear with what the hell Sony's doing. But Microsoft said, hey, time out. If you're unclear with what they're doing, let's make this very clear with what we're doing. When you pick up that Series X,
let me be clear.
Thousands of games is back compat.
The third party reveal have been off the chain, right? And they hadn't stumbled again by
not gameplay. We know the story, right?
If they hadn't, this would ring differently in my ears.
Right.
It definitely would. But at this point, I'm like, why even bother talking about it? Talk about the big stuff first and let this information trickle down and let people be impressed by it by looking at it themselves. You don't have to tout this as the greatest and latest. That's the thing that bothers me. When you haven't talked about the reason why somebody new coming into the ecosystem needs to buy this console.
Right. I feel like this is mainly one of those. This is the value that you want. Like I get you. You're like I'm with you there too.
But I know the value. I know it already.
Right. But can we say this? That there is a look, we're hardcore gamers, all of us on this panel, right? We have the loudest voices right now. But can we say that at least this would provide value to a group of people that maybe more of us, right? That like the little Billy stuff and all that would be viable for.
And I'm going to take one thing that you specifically said. We have the loudest voice around this right now.
Right.
Despite however generations play out, right? The vast majority of consoles purchased are not by the hardcore. The hardcore are the first ones in light. Right. So the thing about it is that the narrative is set already, right? If we, at this point, right, before the consoles come out, our voices are what drive the narrative until the non-hardcore takeover.
I honestly think that the hardcore is like they make the narrative, and then everyone just goes with what the hardcore is doing. Right.
So my thing is that I personally feel when they do this and they haven't talked about the big stuff yet, it weakens their narrative.
I feel like if they had it would be different if they had no date. A couple weeks ago we had that horrible third party showing. Coming into that. It's horrible how they marketed it. The event itself wasn't bad. It's how they marketed it. So now we go a couple weeks from now, and it's just them going on Twitter and putting the articles look. People have questions about backwards compatibility. This is the answer.
If the articles had just come out on their own, that would have been great.
At the third party event, the fact that it was a press release event,
the fact that they came out and said Series X is going to launch with thousands of games.
But at the third party event, it's not like they didn't tell you when this other event's going to happen. They're like, in July, that's when we're ready.
Oh, for sure.
So, I feel like if that information was not available, I'd be right there with you. I'd be like, we don't even know when the next thing's coming up.
We know the power of a few choice words and how they're said and when they're said. We saw it in 2013. We saw it in 2013. We're in that space again, right? So we cannot talk. We cannot say that a few. No, it's not dire. I'm just saying. A few choice words mixed with not so great presentations can do a lot for narrative, even if it's a lot. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying this thinking isn't outlandish, because I don't think I agree with it. I'm just saying this is what happens. We've seen it happen.
Right.
So don't act like it's not possible.
Absolutely. Listen, I get where you're going. I think I definitely kind of lean on the side of Attic and King on this, but the thing is this: backward compatibility is a feature. It's one of their strengths, right? And for me, if I'm marketing, right, I want to promote that, right? I want, especially if I feel my competitor is shaky there. That's just me. Now, I see your point with timing. Obviously, we just had the third-party review. You're upset. I get it. I didn't like that they said gameplay all over the screen, and we didn't get gameplay all over the screen. I get it. I just feel that, for me, it's a little unfair to now say, because of this, now I'm fearful of, I guess, the stuff that they're telling. They also told me at that reveal that Halo Infinite, they're going to do, a showcase. That they're going to do another, possibly, July, August showcase. So
game doesn't exist.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I still have a roadmap, so to speak. Now, if they would have did the stumble, they'd have did just back compat, and then I wouldn't have known anything else coming, then I probably would be more where you're at. And trust me, I'm with you, Saul. Like, I know the importance. I know how much they have to nail this. I get it. To me, the only part I do side on you, even though the majority of them were kicking at it, is that they have now put a lot of pressure on themselves for the next event, right? They have to knock it out the park. If they stumble, if the first party's not hitting, if they're not showing gameplay, like, it's spooky, right? It's really spooky, and that's the only part I sense with you as far as the desperation of the importance.
Think about it, right? If this is the last thing they say before their event in July, right? And let's say Sony knocks it out of the park on Thursday, right? There's a whole month of narrative that you have to dip and dodge through for a month until you come out with your stuff, right?
Right.
But I think that's the whole point. I think they want enough time to come by to where when they talk. Obviously, they're always going to be compared to the other guy. It's never going to not be the case.
Right.
But I think the point of them splitting the third party and the first party is they don't want to announce their stuff before Sony, and they don't want to announce their stuff too close after Sony.
Right, because that's how Attic making a good point. That's my next question, which was that notoriously they're known. Let's be real. If E3 was this week,
right,
Sunday would be that Microsoft show, right? Historically, right? Sony comes after with the chance to clap back. This is the first time in this saga of next generation reveals that they actually have a chance to clap back after the clap back. That's what I'm saying. So my thing is, part of me is I see the strategy like, look, don't show your hand all the way. And I know you, dealer, everybody is like, no, guns blazing, clap, clap, clap. But it's
time to start shooting,
Cognito. Shout out to Daily Gaming. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you shoot and you let off the clip, and these dudes go, oh, that's what y'all got? Oh, y'all think that? Okay. Fire up the, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh, man.
Put on the ion.
Yeah, then it's like, oh, man, it's 2013 again. This is how you trade first party game. Like, dude, it'll be spooky, soft. That's all I'm saying. Well,
the thing is, but either way, it's not the same because before the clapback was a day later.
But it's always true. But it's always so we have to admit. So
what happens if after June 4th, right? Then they do something the next week. They do something the next.
Let them keep doing stuff, but you're the master of the what if with these dudes. Everything that you've been saying is what if. How about I give you a scenario of what they have been doing? All right, let's. How about that?
But that's past tense.
No. That's past tense.
I don't want to hear none of that.
Past tense too. So what if Microsoft?
He already showed you he's not dancing to the beat of your tune. He showed you that.
What if?
Out this year globally.
Okay, since you like to do what ifs, right? Since you're the master of the new what ifs, right? Since you Yatu the Watcher, Mr. What If.
Okay.
All right. How about this? What if right after Sony does their little show on the 4th, right? what if they just release gameplay footage of Halo the same day?
They're not doing that.
Okay, why? Because why? In your little
no. They might show.
That doesn't sound like Microsoft.
It doesn't. Right. So all the stuff that he's talking about doesn't sound like Sony.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be a funny Thursday.
He has said nothing till now, right?
Right.
Addict said it. I think the floodgates are opening.
Okay.
Oh,
no, listen.
What ifs? Why only what if working?
Bob, get your bars off, and I got to get the super chats.
So what's going to happen is if King's preaching, we're going to see Halo gameplay. We're going to see Halo something, and then at the end of it, it's going to be revealed to be Halo Wars 3, and nobody's going to care anymore because Halo Infinite doesn't exist. The game's not real.
He's messy. Let me get these super chats. Shout out to the Wait,
I'd be okay with the Halo Wars.
Oh my god, I know you would. Wait, Boss, apologize. How many have a backlog that are happy their games come with them and are going to be Series X optimized? Okay. Shout out to
Pixel Bit G was next.
Oh, okay. Please get that if I missed Pixel Bit because I saw a midway monster.
Okay, Pixel Bit G with the $5 super chat. HDR for back-to-back games comes from a direct Microsoft feature that PlayStation 5 doesn't have. Hold on, I gotta put these glasses up.
You could do more.
If I could do more than just HDR, and I don't think that's why they're noting it now. I think.
Yep. Restore. Right. I'm sorry. Okay.
What it's doing, and I think Don touched on this earlier. Right. It's optimizing those games to run at peak capacity.
Right.
So when you put in whatever disc, I mean, if you have a Xbox One X right now and you play an old game, most of the time, if it says optimized for the X, it has performance modes. It runs it in the best resolution. The game looks better. It's stunning to see. So what they're saying now is no matter what now, it doesn't even have to be optimized. It automatically does it.
Yeah, off the rip.
Off the rip. HDR.
That's fine.
Right. And this is the clapback I thought that Sovereign would be able to respect. No boost mode.
I respect it.
No down clocking. Just works.
Right.
Okay. It seems like my narrative's been twisted here. I respect the hell out of
You've been twisted.
I love it. And I love it. For me, it's timing. Like I'm a marketing dude.
Right.
I do not. There's certain times you just need to shut up and let the product speak for itself.
Right.
And Microsoft has been notorious for, like I said, carrying the rock, throwing it in front of them, and tripping on that same damn rock. I don't understand. I don't understand.
It's a cartoon with the dude with the bicycle putting the stick in the bike wheel.
Listen, let me finish the super chat. I get it. Restored Hades $2 super chat. I thought Xbox showed more next gen exclusive games, and then we got now Midway Monster $5 super chat. How many have a backlog that are happy their games come with them and are going to be Series X optimized? Shout out to my brother Nintendo.
I am.
You don't seem happy, Saul. You don't seem happy. Shout out to Nintendo Guru. $5 super chat. Oh, that's my dude, man. My uncle knows nothing about console wars. He bought an Xbox just because of Game Pass. Casuals know value when they see it. Game Pass equals value. That's what's up. JD Gamer, $2 super chat. It's about strength versus weakness. Back compat is a Microsoft strength. And then I think we are with Michael, aka Bed-Stuy. Or we missed somebody again. Okay.
No, that's a Michael.
$2 super chat. Solve. He's bugging out. SMA.
No, I'm not.
Raiden Blade, £2 super chat. Sony bangers. Take a generation back with compatibility. Sony scared. Then we got JD Gamer, $5 super chat. What's King? What's KOT on? I forget.
KOTOR at 60 frames per second with HDR and 4K is big news. And so we know remakes, remasters can be expected. Back compat to have a lot of these gems. Yes, it's fantastic.
KOTOR's running on Polygon.
You want to see KOTOR?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
It's running on PlayStation 1 graphics.
You want to see that the running? No, you want to see the running animations in KOTOR when you have to go outside the ship in the submarine suit when he's going like this. You want to see that in 120 frames per second?
JD, I love you, but you're not what I would call objective.
Listen, I get it. All I'm gonna say real quick, because I know we went on it stupid long. I thought it was really cool. I like the fact that it's doing it off the rip. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty impressive. HDR reconstruction with stuff not there. Listen, there's going to be a group of gamers that do not care about this. I get it, right? But again, all I say is don't think about just yourself as a gamer selfishly. Think about others who I think are the majority who may look at this as value. Kind of what the Nintendo Guru was saying, like Game Pass, backward compatibility, smart delivery. I just think these are value propositions, and I think that has been their mantra. Like if you come with us, your ecosystem goes with us, and you get all this free stuff, free 99. And I think that resonates with some. That's just me. Now, to Saul's point, I ain't that upset because they said it's thousands, but Saul ain't liking that thousands talk. Don't put thousands on your screen.
He would have liked it if they would have said, like Mark Sony said, 35 games.
Say nothing.
Say that.
Say nothing.
That's Saul's whole thing with the thousands.
Just say nothing.
Because he like, you ain't got no first party games, you know what I'm saying, kind of joint. And yeah, that's like, I want to get everybody get their balls. So Dom, did you get your joints off? And,
yeah. And I didn't want to. I just want to let you guys rock. You know what I mean. So I know that I know that Bob is going like full zero dark 30 on The Last of Us 2.
I've had to block stuff on Twitter because of people leaking The Last of Us 2 information.
So,
yeah, me too.
And I do unfortunately have a hard stop coming up like really quickly. So
we gotta get you out of here.
I'm gonna. I just definitely. I mean, we can talk about this and then bounce. But I mean, So, I mean, the Xbox backwards compatibility thing, I think it's really exciting. I still have my old Xbox 360 hard drive because I didn't want to lose my Mass Effect saves or my and this was actually before the cloud stuff, before like the cloud stuff even like really came out. Right. So I didn't have a chance to save that to the cloud. I'm going to do that. I'm going to like probably just go I'll get my brother's Xbox 360 and save that stuff to the cloud, but I still had this old hard drive because I didn't want to lose my 150 hours in Skyrim. I didn't want to lose my combined 300 hours in the Mass Effect, franchise across like 9 playthroughs. Right. Like I didn't want to lose that stuff. So when they talk about gaming legacies, and I saw some people like poking fun at that phrase on Twitter, but like, and that's just because Twitter it's a hellhole all the time. But it's like not fun to be on, and like you just can't. There can't be like any sort of like fun on anything really. But like that gaming legacy stuff matters, and like for the people that still keep Super Nintendos in their bookcases and like that type of stuff, being able to preserve that and still play and have access to those same saves is really great, and that's really impactful. So like that matters. It's not gonna like I'm not gonna buy an Xbox Series X to play Xbox One games. I could do that on Xbox One, but luckily Microsoft has given us the option to do both with smart delivery, which is great. So I'm glad that this is a priority for them. I can see why it wouldn't be a priority for other people, and they're like, this is shit. But like, I like it, and I'm glad that it's there.
What about to Sav's point as far as the timing, right? Because Sav definitely, he's standing on his square today. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. Like that they shouldn't be talking about this now, and they need to be getting to these games. Like, how do you feel about that?
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree with Sav. I think that like this is not like. I'm glad that they said it. I don't know that this is the order in which I would have announced it and say like, you're just coming hot off the heels of people like skewering. Like skewering these presentations, saying that we didn't get enough gameplay, and they had to like clarify what they meant by gameplay. And now they're saying, but wait, there's thousands of old games that you can play, and that's cool. Don't get me wrong, but that should come after you show us the new stuff. Right. And it's like, but wait, there's more. Now you can also play everything on Xbox One, everything that was backwards compatible for Xbox 360. Right. Like all that stuff would have been an awesome bookend. And it's like. And then you know what you do is you go, and it's available today. You know what I mean? Like, you know what throw that on the, okay. And like that's when you really like give us that foundation. You need to like have that really core, like exciting, like library preview. Give us some Halo Infinite gameplay, which allegedly may or may not exist. I'm
gonna go on a limb and say it doesn't exist.
Thank you, Bo.
And then you say, and you know what? And like for the people who are really like been with us like since day one, like all of our Xbox fans who have been, like amassing these crazy digital libraries with all these hard drives now. Right. Guess what? You can access that at any time with your Xbox Series X, and you go all the way back. And like that type of stuff that's how you make that statement really impactful, and that's how you make it like a bulletproof like. Exclamation point on what you're saying. Okay, no, fair enough, King. I'm gonna let you get your joint off because I see you frustrated, sir.
Oh no, not frustrated at all. No, listen. I already beat a dead horse. It is what it is. If you didn't appreciate the fact that they gave you a clear outline and how back-compat works and what's going on, and like you said, you're all in, and it wasn't for you.
Right.
Like a lot of people having a problem with them actually showing something on the third party reveal show.
Right.
That's on you. And like a lot of people not having a problem with showing a logo.
Yeah.
That's on you. And a lot of people have not having a problem with them showing you a fake GDC thing. That's on you. Listen, however you want to consume your information, that's completely on the individuals. And I understand that not everything is going to resonate with everybody.
Right.
But we have to walk away from the narrative of people making a misstep when they're giving you information.
Right.
Now, not everybody is into show me the money.
Right.
Other dudes want to understand why.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times leading up to the how is the why. Then here's how, and let's show.
Right.
So they told you they're going to have some shows in June. Stick around. You already know July is coming. Stick around.
Right.
To your point, this is literally the first time they're in the driver's seat.
Right.
Sony is replying to whatever they have done.
Okay.
And now they get a chance to reply to that.
Okay. No, fair enough. I feel about. Now I know I got my Wicked boys. I know I got them real long. I know it's got a hard stop. So if you guys got a roll, let's get you with the right outro out of here. Is that same thing for you, right? You too, right? You guys got things you got to do.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw in one thing.
Yeah,
for
please
the
do. Please
backwards
do.
compatibility. I understand both sides. I think it's an accessibility thing because you're allowing for so many games to be essentially cross generation at that point.
Right.
It's consumer friendly, you know, and in my opinion, probably the biggest thing that a lot of people overlook is the game's preservation.
Yes.
Like we all go back generations to, like I said, the first console controller I ever held was an SNES. I still have one. I still have the games that I had for it. Like there needs to be more systems in place for that to be preserved. And if this is, you know, assisting in that, 100%, I'm fully supporting it.
Yeah.
But timing wise, I mean,
y'all just don't like the time. I got it.
Get some better marketing managers, you know, schedule this stuff out a little bit. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You don't want to follow up such a face plant of a third party quote unquote gameplay reveal with, I don't know. Just manage.
Last question though. In fairness, was this a showcase event? Did they put they blare the trumpets, the horn, tune in 4 p.m. back combat reveal? Was it that though? It was a press release though. Come on, y'all. Y'all being hard on the guard.
Send some emails out, you know. Maybe
this meeting could have been an email. This meeting could have been an email.
No,
exactly, legitimately.
So let's get you out of here, man. First of all, shout out to our brothers, Wicked Good Gaming, still rocking with us, man. Always a pleasure, even though not in the flesh, in the spirit during these tough times, man. You guys are our brethren. Ultimate respect. We love what you guys are doing for the culture and during difficult times like this, man. It's always good to just talk gaming, have some fun, positivity, unity in the gaming community. So 100%. To start with my brother, Uncle Dom, where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Yes. So you can find Not Another Gaming Podcast anywhere that you find fine artisanal podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Overcast, Radio.com, iHeartRadio, all that. Not Another Gaming Podcast. Go check us out. And also twitch.tv/WickedGoodGaming. Also here on YouTube, YouTube Wicked Good Gaming. Twitter is Wicked Good Games. Every other social is Wicked Good Gaming. So we just started doing voicemails that we read live on the show. We listen to and react to live on the show. So as long as you don't get us TOS, you know, we'll listen to and react live on the show. That's the WGG Internet Dad hotline. So yeah, we got you. So you can give us a call. But much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. And my personal Twitter is @Uncle Dommy.
Yes.
You know, I go by Papa Dom, Uncle Dommy, whatever. Yeah, no, everything kind of sucks right now. But like I said on Twitter, like your Sundays don't have to, your Thursdays don't have to. You know, we're here for you. Thanks. And you know, we just want to express our utmost love and support. No doubt. You know, to everybody in the realm and out there in the world right now and beyond. You know, this show has shown us that you know, it goes without saying that everybody is not afraid to speak in your mind and stand up for what you believe in.
Facts.
And there's a lot of people out there in the world that are doing that right now as we speak. So we appreciate you, and we're showing you nothing but love and support. So that's all I'll say about that.
Man. Always love. Always a pleasure, man. Let's get Bob to get his bars off, man. Slander on Halo Infinite today, but we're going to let that slide. Where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Dom covered most of it. We're also selling shirts. We discussed this on Roundtable with the Stream Team. I can't remember. I can never remember the actual foundation.
The Boston Foundation COVID-19 PPE Relief Fund.
Yes. So we're raising money currently. If you're interested in that, you can go to wickedgoodgaming.com, click on shop. It should be the first design that pops up.
Yeah.
We're also hosting a Valorant tournament on Saturday, I think.
Does my boy Chris he gonna clean up? He gonna get that shoutcasting suit? He gonna be lit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I mean, I'm looking back. I'll think about it.
Oh, we're gonna get clean for this. That's what's up.
But yeah, check that out. Anything else? I'm trying to think. No, I mean, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely,
it's always a pleasure.
Always a
Much
pleasure.
respect.
Always a pleasure, man. We got to get these super chat. We're still going to continue on, but I wanted to give you guys the proper respect on your exits.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But
See you guys soon.
No,
Much
I
love.
gotta go full blind on The Last of Us. I can't do this.
Exactly. I know.
Top five of all time. I can't have anything spoiled.
I feel you, brother. That's why we had to respect you.
Man.
Salute to my
See you guys later.
Salute, man.
Right.
We gonna get these super chats. Peace, brothers.
Let's see. We have Aaron Johnson with the $5 super chat. According to the rumor mill, Xbox does have a hardware and features event this June as well. Yeah, I heard that as well.
And then we got Kiss Move. Oh, salute. $5 super chat. Should Xbox be worried about devs overhyping PlayStation 5 architecture? Ooh.
Well, they've done it on both sides, right? Because the Scorn dev said certain stuff. And then again, it's Scorn. So you have to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Same way, whatever PS dev is saying, whatever, you take it with a grain. You make your own, come to your own conclusions.
No doubt. Again, I believe Kiss Move back to back, my brother. File super chat. Xbox has been announcing new games for Series X since June 2019. Why people ask about new games now that Xbox broke news with its new upgraded backward compatibility plans? I mean, look, it's a question, and I think I think it comes down to some people are concerned about timing versus some people, are just concerned about having the information and transparency. Look, they've got a job to do. We definitely know that. Not everyone liked the timing of it, and then some people felt, I thought that was tremendous value. It's up to them to convince people with the first party showing, and then I guess that might stop the noise. So Smitty Smith, $2 super chat, giving a salute to Wicked Good on the way out. The Book of X, you already know. You know what I'm saying? And then, you want to get Mariano
Pompa with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Lords. Halo Infinite is real. Been a fun show. Always appreciating the entertainment during these times. Everyone stay safe. Likewise.
No doubt. We got Rain G4.
Sony is going into the next generation with the success of the PS4 exclusives. Will Sony purchase IGN and GameSpot Gaming Studios?
No doubt. Let me get Kiss Move with the $2 super chat, man. He says Xbox backward compatible for Xbox Series X was a blog post. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, y'all going hard.
The post was the blog. Then they put out the big thing. It wasn't even big. It became big because of the way people reacted to it. Talk about the thousands of games. The blog and how they detailed what it was. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's fine. I think the timing is ill.
The timing of the blog post was ill, so I was not about that.
No, not the timing of the blog post. They could have put that information out, right? Because then multiple outlets started talking about it and had articles about it. Cool, no problem.
Right. Just don't say thousands of games.
Yeah, you didn't need to say that.
But all right, we're gonna leave it. Because we'll go back and forth on it.
It's in the same.
Yo, listen, I'm not even touching it no more.
It's in the same league. Listen, I'm not. Listen. I'm not the only one in that boat because obviously,
obviously there's people that agree with you. Absolutely,
there's a lot of Sony people in that boat.
Exactly, a lot of Xbox.
You sharing that boat with Brett?
You put that jacket on him, kid?
Yeah, but you sharing the boat with JD and JD.
Listen. I like the boat I'm sharing. Listen, I like the boat I'm in. I don't know if you're gonna like the boat you in on Thursday.
I have my own raft.
We pegged you down.
We pegged you down. So now Thursday.
Now
Tune in Thursday.
I'm just not blindly. I just don't blindly cap. That's all.
No, you in the kill box now.
Thursday is on.
I call a spade a spade because when
Thursday, I hope you be calling them spades when you see them.
When the whole internet is saying that third party reveal was and you're like, no.
You know what? You know what? I never really went with the crowd. Never did that. But I hope you are with the crowd on Thursday.
On Thursday, he better be with the crowd. He better stick with it. Is he riding?
Listen, better be with that NAC 3. Don't look over at me when NAC 3
we see gameplay. You got to be pulling your thumbs for a month to see gameplay.
Listen, I will literally speed run. I'm just going to talk about letting me out of here because Addy had to go.
I don't want to hear anything about this.
All right, good. Last of Us 2.
I had to go a half hour ago.
I know you had to go. You technically should be out of here, but listen, Last of Us 2, the reveal went down. You know what I'm saying? I watched it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to spoil too much, but I thought it was visceral. I thought it was really cool. You know what I'm saying? Homegirl.
Really visceral.
Visceral. Yeah, it's really visceral, really cool. I love the agility, you know what I'm saying, of her. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to old boy. And yeah, man, look, the dog, it seemed harder. Like the whole, they can track your scent now. You know what I'm saying? With the whole joint. You know, we got the factions and stuff like that. Different scenery. Yeah, go ahead. What's the question?
My question is, there was an old question that they said before, but after seeing this reveal, and I really didn't want to watch too much to it, but I had to.
Yeah.
Are they being brutal for brutality's sake? Like,
there was
certain stuff. It was just
kind of like
that was the argument early on. You remember when they showed it off, like, you know, whatever, last year, whatever. When they were like, "Is this?" We know that the argument was right. We know the type of world this is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This is a world where brutal for brutality's sake, kind of, it could be the norm day in and day out. So, you know, it depends on what side of the fence you fall on, whether you think certain things are gratuitous or not. I think for the world that that if you play part 1, you know where that world is, and if you see the end of part 1, you realize that it's only gonna get worse, kind of. So I could definitely see. You seeing gratuitous things because that's just the norm of things in that world. I don't think it's over the top. Like it's going to depend on how they put the story around it, right? And how if the story really matters.
Like it's going to wrap around, right?
Yeah. So I mean, to me, I don't worry about the violence in the game because I know Naughty Dog has only gotten better at that craft, especially about when it comes to these characters. So I don't know. Like I think. If you have an issue with gratuitous violence in general, you're probably not gonna. This is not the game for you.
Be a game for you, yeah. And then just with it real quick, obviously we heard of the leaks and all that stuff, but one information that did come out that the pre-orders were kind of doing as good as Spider-Man. So they look again. We gotta wait.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's still on track. You know, I know a lot of people talking other stuff with hyperbole with that, but look, I thought it looked good. You know, I've been replaying 1 just to get ready for it, and that's all I got on it. But I ain't gonna lie though. I still got Ghost of Tsushima. That's my boy. Title. I ain't going for it. That's just me. Cherry Blossoms on deck. That's just me.
I didn't watch it at all. Okay. I was like, nope, blackout. I don't want to see any of it. The game. If it was a few months out, I might have been tempted to watch it. But we got a month, so less than a month. So I'll wait. Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Like I said, I think I'm one of those people that was in the camp that felt like didn't need to have a sequel. But if for Naughty Dog to come out and do it. And they could easily walk away from it and be like, "Yo, this is the story we wanted to tell. That's it."
Yeah.
To finally decide to come out and make this game means that they have a story that they feel is worth telling. So that's exciting to me.
Absolutely.
I saw a couple of things of it, and I was always in the camp that I thought the first one was like a one-off.
Right.
Yeah, it felt like it. Right. It felt like
it.
Yeah, especially with the DLC.
Right.
It felt like it was a one-off. But then I saw some things that led me to believe that it wasn't completely closed off, and I needed some resolution to a certain character's storyline.
Right,
and I saw that just that much because I stopped watching. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole 20 minutes or whatever it was. You know, I cut it probably after like 5 minutes.
Right.
But I saw certain things and I was like, yes.
Right.
And then I already know. I mean, because I'm not physically purchasing these games from Sony.
We know your stance on that PS4.
No. This is the first time I'm going to just, because I did Tekken digitally with them.
Yeah.
And I think I did probably another game digitally with them. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to purchase these games digitally because these are the games I really want on my PlayStation 5.
No doubt.
Going forward. I want those,
that to the next. I feel you.
Right. I want them there.
Yeah.
So if they happen to do something like a boost mode or whatever it does to it, I definitely just want them there. Because I think those are good games.
Jim Ryan actually said they asked him about Last of Us, right? And he said, what did he say? He said, it'll run smoothly on PS5. That's all he said. Like, Jesus, man. Like,
Let's see. That's a big question.
They're killing me right now.
Let's see, man. Let's see what happens, man. Look, man, that's what I got. Attic, I don't know if you got your bars off your mute. You look like you're eating and doing your own show over there. So I don't want to interrupt you. I don't interrupt you. You got your own podcast going.
Look, man, this is going on 3 hours. Okay?
All right.
Man hungry.
I got it. It's all in the bed, too.
Look at his bed, though.
It's all in the
He's
bed.
feeding his beard.
He's feeding the beard and himself. He's good. So look, Attic is ready. Once he tilts his chair to the side, he's ready to go. So... Look, let's get the poll with the latest Sony info regarding PlayStation believing in the idea of generations. Do you agree with the sentiment that PlayStation 5 should not be playable on the PlayStation 5 games should not be playable on the PS4, opposed to Microsoft going with a more PC-like approach? The choices are A, yes, Sony is focusing on the next gen. It's the correct approach. B, no. Xbox cross-gen does not limit devs tapping into the power. Or C, I don't care if these consoles still ain't hitting 60 frames per second. So we're going to get the Lords out. Shout out to everybody who's going to participate. We're going to get about again. Shout out to our Wicked Good Gaming brothers, man. It was always a pleasure to have them in there. Let's get Lord Addict up in the building. Very reserved today. I was very proud of you. Very, very reserved. Except for when Bob said things you didn't like. But other than that, you were fine. Where can I find you? What's going on with you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addict. I want to thank the Wicked Gaming people for coming through. You can also find these chips, man. These chips are amazing.
Shout out to Dorito sponsorship. You already know.
Hey, you ain't getting sponsored for. Put them down.
King always the businessman.
Show those chips again with the trucker hat. Send them the bag.
Look, we
gotta tell Dorito. Wait, hold on, King. We gonna tell Doritos to put it in color.
Yo, Doritos, put it in super color.
Look, man, we ain't gonna start. Look, here's some Propel too.
We out here. We out here with our food.
Wow,
they don't get that love like that. Stop it. He needs the bag.
The bag, man. Shout out to the video you got going on. You got the Minecraft joint. You got that amazing thumbnail game.
We got a $20 super chat from Gamer by Choice. Wow. Great guy show. I enjoyed myself. Need to stop my side from hurting from laughing so hard. You know, I'm gonna eat this chip in your honor for.
Salute Gamer by Choice. Trying to bring some positivity and some fun.
Nobody is forcing him the game.
Oh yeah, that's our bro. Lord Sovereign, the mutiny today, my brother. The turning on the Lord at 2. At two, where can the fine people find your traitorous self?
Y'all all mad at me. I love this.
It's the first time we were all mad at Soft. I love it.
He's out here stabbing up Caesar.
Where can the fine
people we're gonna have to do like a poll one week that's like voting the Lord off the island.
Soft betrayed us. Where can the find you? What you got going on, sir?
First of all, shout out to Wicked Good Games,
yes,
man.
Sir.
I yet to meet these guys in person, but they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. It's funny because they remind me of the guys I hung out with when I was in school in Boston.
Yeah, you had to school in Boston. Yeah,
super down to earth guys. It's fun to chill out with. Cool people trying to do stuff for the community. So if you haven't followed them, please follow Wicked Good Games.
Yes.
And then for me, I gotta go to work, so I'm gonna do that. And then on top of that, I'm going to try to get into this Atlantis DLC. I'm excited to do that. And Thursday going to be funny.
King is going to be ready for you if they flop. I'm just warning you right now. This is your first live stream with us all. If they slip in any way.
Rage quit.
You know that ain't happening. So I love this because this is us. Like
this is us. This is vintage us. This is vintage us.
Vintage us. Like, yo, these are my brothers. We go back and forth. And we sometimes
Nova, I don't want to ever see you say that in the chat ever again. Cooking with trucker addicts.
No, wait, addict. But if you wear the overalls, are you wearing a shirt underneath, or is
yes, yes.
We got the nipple out
with the nipple out.
Oh my God.
No, there won't be none of that going on. You get 300 likes in the next 3 shows. I'll wear the overalls.
Oh no, no. Oh, shout out to Alex Aluna. He says Solve be like the Lannisters send their regards.
Traitor.
Well, you're already 200 in. All you need is 100 likes next show and you're done, son.
No, I mean 300 every show.
Okay. Continue, son.
Oh no, that's not fair.
That's not fair. Continue, son.
Well, you guys trying to get me to wear some overalls. That's not fair either.
I feel you, brother. I feel
That's
you.
a statement, brother.
Why don't you wear some overalls in?
Definitely be sure to tune in on Thursday.
I love how you just sidestepped that one.
What's that something?
Yeah.
I said, why don't you wear some overalls then?
He ain't about that.
Philly.
Philly Eagle.
That's it.
With the 2000 Super Chat, Saab went hard from both sides.
Facts.
Pause.
Facts.
Hashtag respect.
Facts. Salute,
Let's go
brother.
flip-flop.
So, we're gonna catch you this Thursday. We're gonna catch you this Thursday, right, Saul?
Yes, sir, I will be here.
Live and direct, you already know. And Lord King fighting the good fight, standing on his square, telling people to claim a side.
In that baby. No daddy.
Where can the 5 people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Oh man, you can catch me on KOS.
Woo!
You can catch me on Twitter. King David OTW. Same thing on Xbox Live. On PlayStation Network is Xbox 360 Lover 01. Holla at your boy. Yeah, shout out to my Wicked Good Gaming brothers.
Yeah, for real.
Chris wasn't here today. That's my
salute
dude.
to Chris, man. He had to work.
Dom is the man. My man, Dr. Bob. It's like, that's my guy. 100%. I'm definitely going to call him after the show on Thursday.
Yes,
I want his knees in the box.
I'm coming for knees.
I'm collecting these knees.
I can't forget.
There
is a part of me. I'm not gonna lie, King. There is a part of me that if they fumble, I would pay money to see your reaction. Like I would literally pay.
I'm going to break the internet on Thursday.
Look, man, all I have to say,
I'm not wishing anything bad, but I feel King has stuff stored up on deck if there's a fumble.
If Sony fails next week, well, this week technically, you're gonna want to be here. You're gonna want to be here.
That's what I'm saying. Because King has been, he been in his bag. He's been in his bag holding this. Solve been on him.
Listen, this is rolling into next Sunday. Now, I'm going to say this: if everything transpires exactly how I know it's gonna transpire on Thursday. Right? Because I know how it's going to go. And you guys are going to have that sad clown face. You know, that face, that happy sad. You're going to have a happy sad. Sunday, the level of form that I'm going to be in
I already know.
with the guests that we have lined up. And once we get it confirmed.
Yeah, we got something cooking.
Everybody that's here on God and them, you do not ever want to miss next Sunday.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Hopefully, like I said, we don't want to jinx it, but hopefully we got some really cool things planned for Sunday. It's going to be hopefully super lit. Stay tuned. But Thursday's the immediate focus. Please tune in. Like I said, 4 p.m. Eastern, Addict. We're going to do that joint. You know what I'm saying? Addict should be able to make it, hopefully. And, it should be the whole Lords for the first time. Solve will be in the building live. We'll have to deal with Solve. It's going to be lit, man.
We don't have to deal with nothing. Solve will have to deal with that Nat 3.
Why am I the wicked stepchild?
Yeah, we got to deal with you now. The Lannisters are here. We got to deal with you. And you get to see live and direct, man. But again, on a serious note, man, positive times. Thank you so much, y'all, for rocking with us. We try to just kick your mind. We know there's a lot of negativity in the world right now, but we wanted you guys to come in. It's a happy zone, a happy place, and really the love shown. And just for 2 hours. Oh my God, there's Smitty Smith. Oh my God, get it.
That's nasty. Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Sony gonna hit him with the black screen and say thank you.
That was definitely a moment on ILPs where he was like, they got to be showing something. And it's like, thank you. And me and King lost it.
Yeah, that was funny, yo. If they can't do that, Smitty. They do that, it's over. But look, everybody, man, enjoy your Sunday. We're gonna hit y'all with this outro. Love you guys. Peace.